Alright. Let's stop this music for now. So, I've muted the other players for now, just so I can have a quick word with you lot. This is hopefully the arc finale for the King of Blood. If not, this will be part 1 and the next week will be part 2. We'll have to see. But, yes, hello and welcome to Crabby D&D. I'll get to my players in a moment. User announcements. Thank you to Sasha for all the artwork. All of these tiles, all of these custom tiles that were made, based off of various monsters in the monster manual, as well as ones that I've had custom requested based off of previous ideas that I wanted for them. All of them were made by Zenosa, so go and check that out. There's a link below for those of you on Twitch. You can click on the panel and it will take you straight to her art page. If you are otherwise on the YouTube, there should be a link in the description below. You can go and check there. All of the audio and music comes from Tabletop Audio. It is free. You can go and check it out. It is a great source, and I would recommend everybody use it for their D&D games. It's free, and the guy who's in charge of it is an absolute legend. I spoke to him personally about various matters, just because I got a copyright strike at one point, and he helped me undo the copyright strike because he doesn't copyright. So yeah, also a good thing there. This is played on Tabletop Simulator, and all of the maps were made on Ancana.com. You can go and check those things out, and that I have made these, so you may otherwise request commissions if you wish. Now, let's get into my players.
If you start trying to ready a spell and nothing happens, or the thing to check it doesn't happen, your spell slot is still used.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I'm here with my players. Sudz.
Hello.
Harlan.
Hello.
Sam.
Dumb ways to die.
Simon.
So many dumb ways.
Hello.
Jamie.
Freedom!
And Dr. Infernal. Alright. Yes, meh. So, let's get into this final arc for the King of Blood on episode 150, shall we?
Wait, have we got? Are we doing this
nice.
on the 150th
50th episode. Yeah.
Oh, this is quality.
It is. It's as if it's all scripted. I'm going to say that. You think I have time to write all of this while working in retail? Alright.
Here's the thing, Chris. You
Also,
don't actually
you
work
work
retail.
Oh, man.
The co-op,
what?
that's made up.
I just work for them for free, volunteer work. I'm crazy. Alright.
Oh, God.
So,
You do it for the exposure.
it's not working. Alright. Last session, our party of adventurers. Elsyan, Queglod, Sasha, Malcom, Bern, and Rook. After having their plan begin, ending their day in the sanguine sun, receiving the word from the Plague Lord on what their plan would be, the party proceeds, getting ready for their next action. Using seeming and a guide, they otherwise arrive at the first outer gate to the massive city which houses the King of Blood, his bride-to-be, and all of those loyal to him. Upon arriving at this gate, they use the seeming and various things they have been told to intimidate their way through, bullying past a gigantic tarantula and pushing through that first checkpoint into the outer city. With this, they passed through uncontested, a few watching eyes perhaps, but they made their way towards the inner city entranceways and went through the checkpoint with authority, meeting the Plague Lord on the other side. With their alliance set in stone and otherwise arriving on the inside, he left you all to find a location, while he left to sleep and prepare the ceremony spell for the next day. Knowing not how much time you had, you quickly tried to find various places to stay, finding various holes that contained eggs, various towers that contained people and other residents of Taratan, before eventually finding a side-by highway, where next to you all was a ancient trapdoor spider's hole, with the door otherwise hanging open. The party slowly but surely started filtering in, with the cast of the magnificent mansion by Elsyan opening up. The party filtered in one after another and sealed the tunnel behind with the trapdoor spider's old door. Now the party otherwise is in the magnificent mansion, beautiful flowers beginning to bloom during the early years of spring. The artificial sun above glaring down onto you all as you all kind of squint, going from this place of darkness into this place of light. You travel in. The seeming spell still up, all of you still the pestilence and other creatures that work for the Plague Lord. You enter in, and you otherwise are now safe within the mansion, away from prying eyes. Is there anything you wish to do before you wish to move into the next phase of your plan?
Complain about the pollen I put into this fucking mansion. Christ.
Roll me a con save.
Oh god.
Oh God, my sinuses.
Elsyan feels as bad as I do.
I'm supposed to be resistant to poisons.
It's actually just dwarf targeting pollen.
Dwarf targeting pollen, and it targets you because you're getting married to a dwarf.
Exactly. It's actually just racist pollen.
We both evolve into dwarfs after we're married.
Oh god, no! That's bad for both of us. Anyway,
Yeah.
enough of that.
Enough of that. So, is there anything you wish to do before you proceed to the next phase of your plan, which I believe was Queglod casting Demiplane and all of you hopping in to take your long rest?
Believe so. Believe that's it. That's
Just
all.
so we're completely clear on the plan. As soon as I'm in position, I'm planning to call the Sanguine Sun to begin the attack, and as soon as the area is as clear as possible, and we have as few opponents to deal with as possible, I'm going to bring you guys in.
Okay. Works for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn. If only Rao's telepathic bond could work longer than an hour.
If only.
Finally.
If only.
Okay.
But we need
I
all
would
us.
prefer telepathic pond.
Not now, Sasha. You're.
Okay then. Rest well, everyone.
You too.
All
When next we see each
Queglod,
other, be in bed.
Queglod. Don't
Trust in
die.
you, Queglod.
We love
Stay
you.
safe.
Do my best.
You'll be...
Love
We'll
you,
be fine.
Gran.
Thank you, Mum. Wait, what? I didn't say that.
Demiplane is cast. Each of you head in one after another. Stepping into the demiplane, you watch as, from the perspective of most of you, as you watch as Queglod creates the archway for this. The ivory and feathered darkstone archway appears. You watch as a Farnsworth immediately appears next to the doorway with a dustpan and brush and attempts to enter but fails to do so.
Farnsworth? No.
He nods, and you watch as the unseen servant apparates, disappearing and going elsewhere. As
Thank you, Farnsworth.
As the rest of you enter into the space, the dark stone below, lightly carpeted, with the rest of it being clean and smooth, a little bit more renovated than previously when you'd had to use it as an emergency pothole to sleep in. You all take your steps in as the doorway shuts behind you and Queglod is left alone in the mansion. You all proceed to take your long rest. You wake up, you prepare your spells, you reset any features that would otherwise be lower, that need to be at their maximum charges. You roll your temporary hit points for your health now, Infernal. And everybody does everything that they would do as a result of taking a long rest, preparing spells. Once you've prepared your spells, they are set in place.
Okay. Protect from good and evil?
Infernal, you there? Are you in tabletop?
I'm loading up now.
Cool. Let me know once you've rolled your temporary hit points, just for my sake as well.
How many can you touch with that one willing creature? Ugh.
So, you all take your long rest. You wake up the next day. You believe it's the next day. Sat in this demi-plane, waiting. The oxygen still perfectly fine, given the nature of the spell. It's strange. The silence is otherwise piercing. The light in here is dim. There's slight radiance coming from somewhere, but you're not sure where. Malcom's otherwise prepared the early morning breakfast, hands around the food as you all sit there in silence, Nagriel among you. You all breathe. You feel nervous, your heart's pounding, knowing what comes next, knowing the next steps and how important they are.
We've got this, right? We've got this. We can do this, right?
Is there anything you wish to do after waking up?
Cry.
Okay. Anything
Comfort Sasha.
anything else you wish to do over the next hour and a half?
Okay. I would like after
we
half an
No, you go.
but after like half an hour has been has gone. Let's say 45 minutes. No, half an hour's gone. I'd like to cast telepathic bond with everybody inside here. We won't get Queglod in this, but it's a case of we can do this. We'll have half an hour in the fight to be telepathically communicating, rather than verbally. Could help us out with them not knowing our plans.
The
And I'll be ritualing casting it, so I don't need to worry about
Using a spell slot.
using spell slot.
Cast time
By
for
the
that
way-
is...
Cast time for that it becomes. It's normally an action. It becomes 10 minutes.
Okay, so are you casting this to meet the half an hour away, or are you casting it so that at the end of the 40
what?
minutes you'll have?
25 minutes is when I start casting, so it ends
So
at 35
minutes. Okay. Good to
Gotta
know.
hope that Queglod's a bit. If it opens, I'm just running in for getting the spell.
By the way,
Okay.
I did want to say that this meal is gonna be different.
Okay.
I am okay with using my 6th level spell slot for it. I am going to be making this meal Hero's Feast thing.
Okay, that takes an hour to consume.
Does
It takes an hour to consume. It's the only thing I'm going to make clear here, because that was something I originally did think, and I was like, it lasts 24 hours. Hence why I asked if there was anything you wanted to do beforehand.
Oh yeah, it does take an hour to consume.
But it takes an hour to consume.
Damn. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And so the entrance from the demiplane, exit from demiplane, is there a limitation to its size?
It's a 10-foot wide exit. And the way that I'll be doing this is where if you are all holding your action or holding your movement to move out of the demiplane once the door is made, you otherwise would then need to you'll roll for initiative, and then I'll consider that the order in which you leave, which means if there is any backlog, the people with the lower initiative will end up leaving last.
Okay, right. Just asking, because if I took the potion of growth, would I be able to get out?
Yes, just.
Okay. Just, right.
So, do you still wish to cast Hero's Feast?
If we get halfway through and then it's wasted, isn't it?
It would be wasted,
Yeah,
and
but-
it would also consume the gem-encrusted bowl. The main thing
Yes.
is, Hero's
have any
Feast
other
is a
uses for that?
strong spell.
I personally think it is worth the risk. To be honest, it's worth the risk. So yeah, I'm still gonna cast it.
What does it give us?
It gives cured of all diseases and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, and make all wisdom saving throws with advantage.
Your hit
It
point max.
is also increased by 2d10 and
Oh,
gains a small number.
The same
and it
number of
gains
hit points.
The same number of hit points. Yeah.
oh, lovely.
Yeah. So this will increase your maximum health, give you immunity to frighten and poison damage, and you'll be cured of all diseases and poison.
Yeah.
Well, the frightened thing's going to be useful, considering, we're all going to be afraid of possibly, Blind Butcher.
Rook's wife,
His
got
frightening presence. Yeah, because I know the Blind Butcher's got frightening presence. I know that, for a fact.
Yeah, I'm still casting it.
You're still casting it. Okay. You sit down and you begin casting the spell, otherwise laying out the bowl in front of you as you watch as it begins to overflow with various foods to it. As you pluck them and set them down, otherwise doing this as part of the as the end of this. This would eat 1 hour after your long rest. So 9 hours have passed at this time. Is there anything else you wish to do as part of this?
The meal or waiting?
Waiting. And at what
Wait,
timing?
I mean, if we do successfully manage to finish Malcolm's mill, I mean, coming to that point, it's not going to be too far off of Queglod being there. I'm going to
It's gonna
drink
be-
a potion of... How big's this room? If I drink a potion of growth, is it going to be an issue?
It's a 20 by 20 foot room. You can fit in, provided all of you otherwise squeeze up in certain ways.
I don't want to inconvenience people, so...
Just means
Could be
depending on
wait.
where the door spawns, it will otherwise cause difficult terrain for some people, but depends on if they want to take that risk.
What's people's ideas on that? I think if I've already got that up, when I get in, I'll have to use bonus action to take the strength. And I've still got my full action and an extra d4 on hits.
Honestly, if we can maximize the use of this, then yes, go
Okay.
for it.
I will take a potion of growth, and should the door not open by the time the potion of growth wears off, I will take another one. I have 3.
Okay,
Fair play.
he can't just become gargantuan just by keeping on drinking them, can he?
No.
No.
I didn't
No.
think so.
So,
What if we made a super concentrated one?
No, well, maybe. No, not right now.
anything
But
else
like
that you
Kaiju
wanted
war.
to do?
Kaiju.
No, that's it for me.
That's it for me as well. I can't really do anything else.
Bern and Sasha?
Nah, there's not really much I can do to prep.
Okay.
Okay, my dinner is ready. Could we take like 1 minute so I can go get it, and then there will be no distractions?
No worries. I mean,
Yeah.
there's still some things that need to be done here.
Okay, cool. Right, I'll be back in a moment then.
Now, just out of curiosity, because I don't know this for sure, because it's never been cast before. But
Mhm.
with Heroes Feast, before the hour duration is up, am I okay to cast another spell, or would
What
that
is
cancel?
what is the casting time?
10 minutes.
Then it will take 10 minutes to cast, and then it takes an hour for you lot to eat.
So,
So you
I'm-
can cast a second spell after that. It won't interrupt the Hero's Feast.
Okay, then I'm just gonna wait till about like half an hour of waiting before I prepare Call Lightning, just in case we get out.
Oh, okay, we're not
Prepare
preparing.
Call
It's just going to
Lightning?
waste spell slots. It's
No.
gonna-
No. I mean, I'm gonna have one set, or can I do that in here?
What's the duration of Call Lightning?
An hour.
There would have to be someone within line of sight of the area where it's cast, so they'd have to be within line of sight of the door for it to trigger. Because you'd create the cloud at the top of the demiplane, and then you'd otherwise select a point which is visible to that, so that would be just outside of the door. So depending on where the doorway is, it might or might not work.
Oh, the doorway opens and then
Oh yeah,
Queglod's
that's
at the doorway.
right. I forgot it can't.
Yeah,
I forgot it can't move.
yeah, it
Never
can't
mind.
move, so it would be within.
If you had a
Oh.
spiritual weapon, that's not a bad shout. Well, spiritual weapon, there's a fairly short duration.
It's got a
about
1 minute
Yeah.
duration, yeah. So unfortunately, that does fall under a precise timing.
You'd have to get fucking lucky.
This is true.
Although actually, spiritual weapon isn't a bad shout. Do a high level spiritual weapon.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh right, I'll just spend my 8th level spell slot on spiritual weapon.
Oof.
Sure.
Burn, what
No,
do you...
I've got
Is there anything
nothing.
you want to do? Burn?
Sorry, just got called on Discord. What'd you say?
Is there anything else you want to do?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Hold person is going to charm person. Oh,
Okay.
shit.
With that,
Some
we'll move on to Queglod once Simon is back.
Mm.
For him a few minutes, but he may be a little bit longer by the looks of it.
Intellect Fortress, do people think it's a good choice? No, maybe. No.
Is telepathic bond concentration?
No, I don't believe it's not. Let me get it up again. It is not concentration.
And the intellect fortress is concentration, but how long is its duration?
I'm more thinking just spells to be prepared.
1 hour. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Intellect Fortress, concentration up to 10 minutes. Wait, no, this is a UA version.
So, have you all got your spells prepared, casters? With the exception of Sam, who's still figuring those out.
Still figuring out.
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay.
I think mine already.
I think I am locked in as well. Just double checking there's no glaring holes. Wonderful, yes, I do have polymorphs prepared so I can turn him into a little gremlin. And him, you don't know which him I'm talking about. Wonderful.
I just know that it's not the Queen. That or else he's being really mean. Which isn't out of character.
Please.
I am back.
I
Welcome
turned
back.
Chris into a plant pot.
You can't turn Chris into a plant pot. I've tried before, it doesn't work.
Yeah, Chris
Then I'll
gets...
shoot him.
drop him off the edge of the Zaratan. Anyway, so... so... Queglod. Simon, if you would please mute all the others for me real quick. As it is now that stage of the game.
Okay.
Okay.
Goodbye, all.
I have muted all of them. They can still hear us, though. And chat can't hear them either.
Okay.
So, as you sleep within the mansion, it's strange and eerie being your only one there with hundreds of Farnsworths around. They prepare you a meal, they prepare you a drink, and you go to sleep. You take your long rest, waking the next morning, preparing any spells or any spell changes you wish to make. What do you do upon waking up?
Okay, I need to drink the oil. No, I need to use the oil before drinking the potion.
I need to drink the oil. Question. Alright.
I mean, it would coat all of the inside of me.
Don't think that's how that works. But
Pretty sure it is.
so yeah, you need to drink the oil. You need to use the oil first and then drink the potion to get its full effect, yes. Because that way they'll be
Hold on,
6
and
seconds
you
apart.
cannot use the oil before. I cannot use it before leaving the mansion because otherwise I'd be in the wrong part of the ethereal plane.
Correct, yes. You'd need to use it after you've left the mansion.
Okay, that being the case, I will thank the Farnsworths for their hospitality, and I will leave the door.
You step out of the doorway, first peering out as the doorway slightly opens. You look out and you see that the little kind of cave area that you'd found is otherwise still deserted. The trapdoor is still held in place due to the very well concealed motions and survival check as a result of Malcolm's work. You step out of the mansion steadily and carefully. How do you proceed?
Alright. Next thing, I will apply the oil. I believe that takes 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, I will spend 10 minutes applying that all over everything. And then, immediately upon finishing that, drink the potion.
Okay. You begin spreading the oil over your skin and over the edges of your armor. It sinks in and you watch as it evaporates, giving off this light layer of steam. And it feels hot to the surface of your skin. And as you otherwise apply it, you begin to watch as portions of your body begin almost disappearing, becoming slightly spectral. And as you finish up the rest of the oil, you watch as the plane around you, kind of using the last of it to coat over your eyelids. The space around you goes grey and monochrome. Your feet land in this place. As you look around, the trapdoor is open in this strange, almost vision. And with your witch sight, it makes it even stranger, seeing how things are in this plane, how they should be, and in the material plane as well. You see, and you otherwise shunted to the side as you see the corpse of a phase spider otherwise curled up inside of this hole. You drink the potion, kind of nervously looking around. The trapdoor lies open in this version, but in the material version it has been sealed shut by your own doings.
You said there's a phase spider inside this out.
Yes, but it appears to be dead.
Okay. I guess that's fine then.
Okay.
Because for a trap, they wouldn't leave a clue of it, so it should be fine. Alright.
How do you proceed?
So, first things first. I believe it was northwest that we needed to head for that spire. Where we believe the wedding is going to be.
You begin to think back. You believe that was the case, somewhere to the west of you.
Okay.
The
Right.
map is
First
otherwise
we-
with the rest of your party.
Yeah, that would have been smart, wouldn't it? Oh well. Okay, that being the case, I will attempt to travel. I'm going to try to travel in that direction, but also upwards to reach the surface.
Okay.
Can't recall off the top of my head what the most optimal angle to go at that is, but
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe Queglod knows.
You begin to pass through this area, almost space walking through, as you kind of... It's a strange experience as you go up to where the surface of this is, and your hand passes through as you cling to it and almost pull yourself through, but you feel your progression almost slowed as you begin to weirdly cling and pull yourself up vertically through the earth here, traveling in what best direction you can. You feel the presence as you otherwise reach the surface. You pull yourself up onto the surface and you look around, immediately seeing these spires of webbing that coil upwards in these spiraling fashion. You see the hardened rock and cave stonework, the patches of dirt which have otherwise been moulded away to form these tunnels, and you see a spectral Felipe on your shoulder, otherwise looking around attentively, also affected by the etherealness.
Well, at least I'm not entirely. Okay. So there are two missions here, as far as I see it. Finding the most optimal route to the building, and finding a way to avoid these spiders.
Okay.
We have encountered the phase spiders before.
Yes, you have
We
seen
may
them
have
in the way they work.
some small knowledge of the way they hunt and possibly the way they patrol.
Okay.
May I make a nature check to try to figure out what the most likely patrol routes are going to be, so that I can avoid them?
Okay. Trying to pick up on habits here, I will say go ahead. For those with context, Queglod here has to achieve a group skill check involving 3 ability checks of her choice in whatever creative manner she can use to achieve her goal. She must do this alone, therefore meaning that if she uses the same ability check over and over again, the DC will go up. If she uses separate ability checks, she can achieve particular goals. This one has the intent of finding the safest route, so you're trying to avoid detection here.
Mm-hmm.
What is your total?
And that is an 18. on the nature
18.
check.
Thinking about the phase spiders previously, and your encounter with them, you remember that they used to cling to the surface of the area above. They used their ability to travel in the ether, or in the ethereal plane, to get from A to B undetected, using their stealth to their advantage. In this instance, it's the opposite. They're not hunting you, but you're trying to avoid them. You think about that and you begin to travel round, kind of using the various networks and the roads around here. Seeing the spires that otherwise rise up, you do spot a few of the phase spiders. They stand out in a bright blue and white compared to the rest of the spiders and other Taratan in the area. With more of a ethereal presence to them, they're easier to spot. And as you begin to travel through, you kind of pick up on their instincts, thinking about where you would go in your case. You note that quite a lot of them seem to be clustered around these spires, using them as almost miniature housing and kind of using it for a vantage point to look over the rest in preparation for an ambush point compared to trapdoor spiders that would linger below. You take note of this and begin to move through, following what you believe to be a relatively safe path. What would you like to do next?
Okay, based on the path I've been going, I want to ensure that I'm always heading pretty as directly as possible towards the target where we go.
Okay.
So based on not the map but my memory, I want to try and make sure that I'm sort of position myself in the most optimal way possible. I don't know if the Orb of Direction will be helpful for this.
It does. It tells you which
Just
way
that
is
as well,
west
doesn't it?
because you know where north
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, so I'm at least not going to get turned around.
Correct.
Mhm.
So I would say, given this, trying to use your direction to the best of your advantage, go ahead and make me a survival check. And with the aid of the Orb of Direction, you will otherwise be lowering the DC with this.
That's good. Could have been good. That is unfortunately still an 8.
An 8. You do your best. You don't get turned around, but using the most direct path while also having the conflicting evidence of knowing where the phase spiders are, you find as you're traveling it's a little bit difficult. You know the general travel and the passage you should take, and there are times when you're like, the shortest route is to go this way, but it crosses the path of some of the phase spiders wandering. You have a choice here. You can otherwise absolve this failure, and as a result you can gain time by crossing the path of the phase spiders. However, it will add an additional check, and that check will be a stealth check to avoid being detected. Or the other option is you take the longer route round as a result of your successful nature, and it will add time as a result of this failure. Keep in mind, if you would choose to use stealth again later on, it will also impact there.
Yeah, I don't think I've lost too much time yet, so I will continue to be cautious for now.
Okay. Taking your time to go round, knowing better than to rush. You travel round, avoiding the detection of the phase spiders, but time passes. It's a little bit difficult to know how much time, however. You haven't got any form of clock or watch, you haven't got an Elsyan who's naturally able to pick up this sort of thing, or a Malcom who knows the time relatively well, based on sun direction. Granted, there is no sun. But you travel nonetheless, using up what time you can. You begin to arrive at the base of what looks to be a massive stone ziggurat. You see that its materialness is coated in this layer of slight shining red magic. It exists in the border ethereal as well. This is the massive structure that you know of. Time has passed, and you can hear the sounds of, not words perhaps, but chanting. As you're otherwise looking around in this lower area, you can see numbers of Taratan guards standing as a perimeter around the base of this, as you wander up unseen by any of them in the ethereal plane. You see, climbing over one portion of the wall, a humongous, giant red spider, consisting of sinew and exposed blood vessels. Strange, as insects don't have these, but it consists of blood, muscle, and flesh. Large sinew strings attached between its claws and its main body. Its entire abdomen is weaved together in this mesh of blood-like netting, as it otherwise patrols around the base of this. Some form of hematurgic magic, perhaps. Doesn't seem to notice your presence.
And there's no sign of any phase spiders nearby.
Doesn't look like it, no. Not this close into the ziggurat.
Makes sense. The chanting is coming from the ziggurat.
It's coming from the perimeter around, the Taratan speaking in their home language as they begin to chant whatever they are chanting.
Okay. This red magic just means that it exists in the ethereal.
Just means that it exists in the ethereal plane, yes.
Okay.
This means that you can't pass through it.
No, that's fine. Okay. At the risk of losing time here, I'm going to attempt to pass over it.
Going up.
See
Okay.
if it's not a perfect... If it doesn't perfectly enclose the area inside, I should be able to get around the defense.
Okay. Floating up and using that to kind of slowly proceed upwards. Being cautious of how much time you've taken, what kind of check would you like to utilize here as your final venture?
Can I... As I'm passing up, can I like scan for any entrances or sort of vulnerabilities in this defense?
Okay. Go ahead and make me either a perception or an insight check given your distance.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 6.
Okay. You travel up, and you see that the magical layer of red which coats the outside of this ziggurat temple, it exists in the ethereal plane, which means that there must be something in this. And you begin to spot small kind of magical notes that are otherwise, or motes that begin to appear around the edge of the temple. You can't quite make out what they might be, but they begin to get denser as they get closer to the top, as you begin to slowly proceed upwards. Eventually you get to an eye level, where you can see the forms on the top of this. You see before you the following scene. You see before you, coming from the western direction, I will copy and paste your party here, and I will use you for this. Coming from the western direction, floating upwards, you see over the edge of this first lip, you see 4 large stone structures emanating this reddish aura which physically encases the ziggurat. You see the motes begin to gather around the base of them, spiraling up to the large eyes of the Taratan monstrosity that the statue is. You see guards around, each armed with bows, prepared for any form of action, as they otherwise look out and across the surface here around the perimeter. You see the creatures which you had heard about from the vision that had been received. These strange, humanoid-like creatures, the insectoid arms and legs on the back, multiple blades held in each hand, as they stand at a relaxed attention, double the size of any of these given Taratan, with the 4 honor guard guarding each of the ways up towards this top platform, where at the top, currently sat down on his back, or his backside, with the large flail at his side, you see, with the adamantine chains wrapping around his wings as he stretches them out and flexes them back in. You see the Pit Fiend General looking around, playing sentinel, keeping an eye out for any and everything. The Skin Scribe floats about 5 feet off of the ground, his arms crossed, the large strands of bandage floating up and away from him. Next to the King of Blood, who stands at the altar with his queen, the Blind Butcher stands there, staring out and away, but eyelessly, as he waits, almost preparing for something. And you see the Plague Lord proceeding with the sermon, the speech, the wedding. You don't know how far the wedding has proceeded. You don't know how much time has passed, but you've taken around 50 minutes to get here. You have around 10 to 15 minutes left of your etherealness left. In this instance, you can make a choice. You will not be abstracted from doing any other actions, but if you wish to do so, you can choose to analyze the defenses around to try and get a sneak peek as to what the lair actions are here involving these 4 statues. Or you can choose to initiate your plans now, not wasting any more time, as your previous insight was a failure. This will incite either an Arcana check, or you may proceed with your plan as you see fit, depending on if you wish to risk time.
Is there any sign that there's going to be difficulty in getting in? Like the wall is...
The floor
you
and
said the red moats got
The red
stronger.
moats got stronger as they got closer to the tops of these large statues, but they just coat it like the surface, almost like dots on a canvas. And the rest of this place is physical, covered in this reddish energy, giving it that ethereal presence, but doesn't obstruct your motion. This is still solid floor, these are still solid stairs, you can still scale this. You currently float just off of the edge of this. Floating in the border ethereal, you have full control here. What would you like to do?
Okay. It is likely that all of these will stick around during the fight, but we did agree that once we got here and were able to get in, we will begin. So, ducking briefly out of sight,
Okay.
just as an extra precaution.
Okay.
I'm going to take out the Speller Stone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to activate it.
Take out the Sending Stone, hold it to your mouth.
Okay. It's time. Begin the attack.
You hear the response back. It's warped slightly as you hear, "Very well." It's strange. The ethereal seems to be messing with it somewhat, but not to a distorting a degree that you're unable to understand. As the attack begins, what would you like to do?
We were told there was going to be a short delay between giving the order, the attack beginning in earnest.
Mm-hmm.
In that time, I would like to do whatever I can to how far would I have to fly from here? There's no like verticality to this. I can just fly over.
The verticality is that this is about a 10 to 15 foot raised platform above this compared to this. But outside of that, this is just a sheer cast all the way down the outside of the ziggurat.
Okay. Is this also sheer?
This is sheer, but it goes basically from if we consider this to be 0 feet up, this then goes 15 feet up, and then this reaches the next platform.
Okay, that's fine. So this is a wall, in effect.
This is a wall, in effect, yes, but it just goes up rather than anything else.
Okay, that's fine. And I can't see any other walls in that sense.
The only extent for what you can see when you're kind of looking at this, the walls on the surface of this would be the ones obviously around the central platform. Surfaces which you could cast demiplane on would be the floor, however you don't know how that will interact with your party. And the only other one that you could see would potentially be a sketchy one around the altar. But then you'd be looking at there being a very cramped space.
Okay. Right. Right, so I'm not going to have to waste a lot of time getting into position. Okay. So in that case, in the small time we have before the fight begins, I will try to do whatever I can to analyze these statues.
Okay.
If there's clear signs of magic to them.
Okay. Okay. You can... Okay. Here's the choice here. You can rush it, giving yourself disadvantage, but ensuring that you won't spend too long on the studying of the statues. Or you can make a roll naturally. But if you roll low, you may forget the timing on your etherealness and non-detection. Or the timing may be off compared to what you would ideally want. I will let you choose. Rolling poorly will be different compared to the DC. So it's up to you. Okay. Rolling with disadvantage to ensure that you don't forget the timing. Simon? Did you mute?
Hello, can you not hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, not
cool,
sure what that was. Okay.
Right,
Total.
Well, with disadvantage, then I rolled a 10, so for the Arcana, that's a 17.
You look at the statues and you analyze the magic on the surface of them, the small red motes. You recognize something similar to them. You begin to kind of almost sense that there is some form of hematurgic magic here. Some form of... You're vaguely versed with hematurgy, knowing the major nits, the minor nits, the major ruptures and minor rupture. You know that there must be some form of stored spell that will take effect here, although you know not what kind of spell. You get a sense there is hematurgy magic that it will be layered around this combat. What it will target is unknown to you, but some effect will transpire. At this moment you hear the sound, you watch as the Queen's head turns slightly as the sermon proceeds, as you begin to hear the words that are otherwise spoken. You do not speak Abyssal, do you?
No.
So you do not know how far the procession is. She looks at the King of Blood. He looks at her. You watch for how long as they begin to look at each other. Do you hesitate?
This is bad because Skinscribe is still here. There's no sign of the attack happening?
You kind of look around
Or
almost.
it's not been long enough?
You look around almost hesitating as you watch as the King of Blood turns his head and nods to the general, as you watch as the Pit Fiend general stands and shouts something in Abyssal. You watch as he points to the west of you. You watch as he points this, you watch as a number of the strange creatures that you had seen begin to move off down the edge, leaping from the edge as they begin to grind down the edge of the walls here, daggers in, tearing through the edge of the ziggurat. But you know not for how far, as a number of them leave. You watch as one pauses for a moment before leaving also. You see the Honor Guard and the other Taratan around as you begin to hear the very faint echoes of combat in the distance. Their presence has been noted. But the ceremony proceeds. You feel that you maybe have 3 minutes left on your etherealness and your non-detection. You have time to get into position and choose where you wish to place your demi-plane entrance. Where would you like to start?
Well, there's no great choice. I mean, somewhere like here seems good. I feel like we have to launch the attack.
Okay.
We don't have a choice in that. But
You
if
position
we do it before...
You position
Sorry, I'm just
yourself,
thinking about that.
and I'd like everyone to move their hands off of the map as well, so that there is no influence from that, please. So where would you like to place it?
If the Skinscribe is still here,
Mm-hmm. He is.
by the time the attack starts, yeah, if he's not leaving, if he decides to do anything, I feel like there's little we can do.
Okay.
No, I'm making a last minute change. I'm going over here instead.
Okay. And where would you like to place your 2 portals? Because it's 10 foot wide.
On this wall, if that's...
Okay.
This isn't... This thing is at the base of the...
Yeah,
An ornament.
it's a decorative statue.
Okay.
You can
cool.
otherwise create the portal and it will... I'd say it morphs around the archway with which it's in.
Okay. Yeah, so that's not going to be a problem with...
It's for decorative
Anyone.
map purposes.
Okay. Awesome. That's fine.
Okay. The choice is made. Simon, please go ahead and unmute the rest of your fellow players.
We are muted. We are muted.
You are unmuted. So,
We're going to die.
so
What did I
Yeah.
expect to stand
as
in
you
church?
as you are all inside of the demiplane, sat there waiting, the hero's feast is cast, the meal is laid out before you. As the oil took 10 minutes to apply, and Queglod took 58 minutes traversing through the duration, 68 minutes have passed. You have had time to eat the hero's feast,
Yes.
and that is where it ends. As you all prepare, as you otherwise finish eating the hero's feast, just as you finish taking the last bite, standing up, preparing your potions of growth, you watch as the portal opens.
Let's go.
I would like the 2d10 to be rolled by Malcom here, as it is a universal roll. Everybody will gain maximum hit points and current hit points equal to the total between these 2d10. I apologize in advance if you get 2 ones. 7.
7.
Okay. Rook, Nagriel, Elsyan, Sasha, Malcom, and Bern. All of you are immune to Frighten and Poison. You have 7 additional maximum hit points, and your current hit points increases by the same amount. And you have advantage on all Wisdom saving throws. We will take a quick break here before this begins, as I will not be stopping during the combat. When it is not your turn, you are free to wander and otherwise do what you need, but if any checks or saves are required and you are not here, we will be making them for you.
Oh,
So
no.
now is the time to take your
Time
quick
to
break.
pee.
Time to pee. And get yourself prepared for this oncoming fight. And then once I have returned, and everybody else has returned, we will roll for initiative.
Okay. Right. Loosen up, guys. Loosen up. Stretch. Up
I'll be right back.
and down. Good.
Everyone, stretch your back. Maybe give yourself a small
See you
shoulder
all
massage.
in a minute.
And,
And
squat.
get ready.
And lunge.
Simon,
And
if you want to
squat.
say, like, well
And
done,
lunge. Yeah, we would not want to be in that situation.
we were all like really nervous for you.
Yeah, genuinely shitting myself on your behalf. So guess what, Simon? Simon?
I think he's fainted.
Simon's died. Okay.
Probably having a break.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
Right.
fair.
I'm gonna go piss. Back in a bit, guys. I'm so afraid.
Right.
Oh, taking tablets, is that bad?
Tablets?
So I heard.
No, I said distance.
Ha.
Trying to work out the distance between the portal and the Prince of Blood.
Okay.
Depends entirely on what.
Right, I'm moving everybody over here for when they roll for initiative. Or not when they roll for initiative, when that happens. And we have the initiative order over here on the right. And I will need to add the Taratan to this initiative order as well. And in case they come back...
No, not in case.
So we're immune to frighten and we have advantage on wisdom saves, right?
Yes,
Yes.
you're immune to poison damage as well.
Poison, right?
There is one person I did forget, however.
What?
Nagriel.
Yeah.
There you go. Give him a tile.
Um,
He's the big Taraton? Oh no.
Nagriel, Hubert.
Okay.
I'll add him to your
Nagriel.
I
party.
don't like that this guy's here.
I'm leaving them there because they've literally just run off of the edge here. There's a chance they can come back. If things get loud, they may come back. You don't know. Anybody who's
So
already
just-
here, you may go ahead and roll for initiative. I am going to be starting to roll for initiatives as
Oh.
well.
Let's
So just
go.
to set things straight, I haven't taken the potion of growth yet.
You haven't taken the potion of growth because you didn't have time.
Excellent.
You've
okay.
just stood up off of having the hero's feast. You have Rary's telepathic bond because of the nature and the order in which you were trying to do these things. So
Excellent.
I'm
Oh.
gonna quickly roll for everybody who's on my initiative order because I have a massive initiative
Yeah,
order to
go
do.
for it, Chris.
And then you guys roll, and I'll ask for your guys' rolls in just a memento. So let's
Well,
start with
it could-
Nagriel.
Oh, this could be worse.
Okay.
This could be a lot better.
King of Blood, got that. Blind Butcher, got that. And Skin Scribe, got that. Okay.
Okay.
You got that. I've got Plague Lord and Pit Fiend in that order specifically.
Oh boy, that's
Uh,
something I
are
should
we-
have had.
are we supposed to have hit count equal to our level?
Most of the time it is. However, if you used hit dice on the previous day, then you would have used them up. I believe because you haven't used a hit die in a while, it should be equal to your level. Yes.
Okay, I was just making sure because I was looking at it. It said hit count 14.
Yes, that should be.
We
equal to
didn't
your
take
level.
we didn't take any short rests yesterday, did we?
No.
Nope.
No.
And Taratan Queen
Should
gets
be good.
that. And finally the last things I need to worry about are them. They got that. Oh wait, nope.
I guess-
I have the.
This will be fine. We won't die. We'll be amazing.
Oh, I forgot. I need to add the honor guard. Oh my goodness, my initiative order's getting longer.
Is this fight gonna last
Yeah.
several sessions?
It shouldn't do because most of this is going to be fairly cheap as you go chips, so it should be fine.
Cheap as you go, chips.
Chips.
Love it, Chris.
It should be
I
fine.
just want a good use for Elsyan's brain frazzle. That's all I want from this.
Okay, this
I
initiative.
can
Yeah,
die
this,
happy.
this initiative order's there's a lot of it. All right. So anybody who is here, 25 to 20. Anyone?
Hold on. I'll just go back. I haven't rolled it.
Yep, that's fine.
Let me roll.
Making yours is
There we
15.
go.
Thank you, Rook. Okay, actually, I'll just go around the table. Who's here at the moment?
I am.
Me.
Okay,
Oh,
Elsyan,
yeah.
what's yours?
I got a 17.
17. Queglod.
I got a 7.
7. Sasha.
That's fine.
10.
10. Malcom.
18.
18. And Bern.
7 as well.
Okay, I've got to put this in order. Oh boy.
It's fine. It's fine. We can do this. I'll
Yeah.
keep telling myself that until I believe it.
How did people do?
Overall, the initiative order is an absolute cluster on my end.
It sounds like we're relatively spread out,
Okay.
which is probably a good thing.
Did you get my message, Chris?
I did, yes.
Okay,
Okay, Malcolm, what is... I need to know... okay, does anybody else share initiative orders with anyone? Bern and Queglod do, so I need to know your dexterity scores. You
She
can-
goes before me.
She goes before you, good to know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've got a -1, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, Malcolm, what's your dexterity?
14.
14. Okay, I need to quickly check. Oh, great! All you all have, you all have 14. Player takes precedence. Okay.
That's a
Nice.
simple way of looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: the people who the individuals who also got the same initiative as Malcolm also have 14 dex.
Nice.
So it changes nothing. Okay.
Well, do we have surprise round, or are they surprised?
They will be surprised, yes. I'm just sorting the initiative order out before I begin anything.
Yeah. No. Makes sense. Just
boy,
check.
so you guys go first because you have the higher dex. What's the dex of? What's the dex of this dude? Okay, and what's the dex of the other dude? Oh, he's got a higher dex. He's got a decent dex. Nice.
What?
You heard
That
nothing.
sounded very angry.
You heard nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so Queglod, then Bern. This is gonna. Oh, looking at this initiative order, this is gonna be weird because it starts on Queglod. As a result of this, so for those who,
Well, yeah.
for those who need to know how this works, the initiative order will start at Queglod as she is the one initiating combat here, starting the combat. As a result, we will then resolve the order from there, taking the surprise away from anyone who would be affected by these things. Now, none of you had the ability to hold your action because of the way the timeline ended up working out with the Hero's Feast. However, you did benefit from completing the Hero's Feast. So you are all currently in the demi-plane. So I would like you all to position yourselves inside of this 4x4, and I will then
Which
tell
one's
you
the
where the
door?
door appears.
Oh, don't put. Oh. No.
Yeah, you would be roughly
don't
sitting
forget
at a
that,
table. So
Isn't Jamie big?
No,
Not yet.
No.
no,
they
he
haven't
was
done
going to
that.
be he was going to be
Yeah.
preparing for his potion,
You
but
know,
unfortunately,
actually. Okay, Rook, would you like to get into this fight deep and quickly?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm going to stand next to you then.
Okay.
Dimension door, bitches.
given the positioning, that is your
Oh,
opening
yeah.
there. Oh, whoops. Resume game. Do not leave. Game. All right.
Game.
Given
Game.
that this is
Game.
your, given that this has a space in front of it, I will say that this is the opening here. So
I see. That was
You have
what we
one
said.
round of surprise, right?
you have one round of surprise. It will start with Queglod when she casts her spell, and she casts Demi-Plane. That is your action, casting Demi-Plane. I'll describe it in just a moment. I'm just getting everybody else in their particular order. So we have Queglod and Bern. You two are down here at the bottom of the initiative.
Actually.
And I can tell
I'm
that
gonna
because
go
there's
back to the
nobody
first
else after you guys, so you two are at the bottom of the initiative. And I will not tell you who's in what order, however I will start putting you in reverse ascending order. So we'll have Queglod there.
Reverse
Sasha there.
ascending. That's reverse ascending's just descending order, Chris.
Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I was trying to work that out.
It took me a second. Ascending. What, reverse? That's got a word, right?
That's just like reverse.
It's nice to know that everyone's brain is fried before this fight starts. That's reassuring.
Secretly,
No,
that
no,
was my plan all along. Start saying words which don't make sense.
See,
Okay.
here's the thing. I reckon if everyone's brain is fried here, including Chris's, we're probably about even.
Okay. I'm going to be putting this here as an initiative tracker, so that you guys can tell where you are in the initiative order. Because this is going to get complicated, because there's a lot of tiles for this.
Okay.
Hey,
So-
Nagriel, just a random dude I've never spoke. I don't think I've ever spoken.
Speaking of such, I'm going to shrink some of these so that they fit in a better space. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to. Nope. You get smaller. Cornelius Salt. There you go.
Cornelius Salt.
The name sticks.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
so... Queglod, as you float above this battlefield, or this
Is this the
oncoming battlefield... No, this is the current area initiative. This will enter...
Oh.
I'll create another one for the lair in a moment, actually. That's a good call. You can use a purple one for that. Alright. Which will technically go here. I'll move that as well. So,
No one got above
nobody
20,
got
did
above 20, no.
Cool.
As you float above this, you hear the combat in the distance. Are you on the ground or are you floating, Queglod?
I'm on the ground.
As you're on the ground next to this wall, you see the text above in an archaic manner. You look around, you see the reddish energy, you see the honor guard standing at the edge of the stairs at attention, looking around. You reach out with your palm and the energy releases from your hand, drawing itself up and over, forming this beautiful archway of dark stone and ivory mixed in with those raven's feathers once again. As the archway opens, the rest of you see this, looking out, just standing from your hero's feast after the wonderful meal, preparing to, wherever the doorway may appear, to go to combat. It doesn't catch you off guard enough that you weren't ready for it, but it does catch you off guard enough that you do not have any held actions. You stand and stare, looking at the door as it appears. Queglod, is there anything else you wish to do on your turn? You have a movement and a bonus action.
Nothing I can do with a bonus action. I am going to... Since I'm still... Fear Illness hasn't ended,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to float up.
Okay.
Here.
Floating up, you float up to behind what looks to be a very large kind of metallic incense burner on the top here, giving off this kind of putrid incense, which as you smell it, it's kind of strange. And you see more of the red motes around the base of it. This has something to do with the lair actions also. You notice this just in time as you kind of spot it. You watch as, from the entrance here, Bern, it is now your turn. You see the entranceway open up. You see it open onto a dark hallway before you. Lights on the outside of a dark orangish colour and flame. You hear the sound of chanting and words being spoken in Abyssal that you do not understand. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Know what you want to do on your turns, people? We want to go a long combat ahead.
So this is a surprise round. We get to do stuff.
This
and then on the
seems
next
to be a
round-
surprise round, yeah. They don't seem to know that you're here.
Don't like the scene word.
So the next turn around, do they get their actions, or do we go
On
again?
their turn, they lose the surprise condition, and they get their reaction. And that ends their
So
turn.
then we get a turn after. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
I want. I will head out of the door.
Mhm.
I assume here.
The doorway exits onto this bit here.
Oh, it goes this way.
Yeah, because it's on a flat surface wall pointing outwards.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
You have a fly speed,
that-
remember?
Oh yeah, true. 5, 10. I don't do that would be good. 15, 20.
Are you flying?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you and how high up?
Here, and I'll be 10 foot up.
Okay. You currently cannot see over the top of this wall as it is 15 foot high. So if you wish to go higher, then you'll need to.
Oh yeah, sure. I did not know that.
That's fine.
I will go up this high. And you said the red energy wall around this?
You can't see it.
Oh, I can see it. Cool.
As you fly up and out, you look around at this kind of stony exterior. You see the braziers lighting the way. You see the slight ashes that are around the edges of them. You see the Pit Fiend General, the Blind Butcher, the Prince of Blood, or the King of Blood, his bride-to-be, the Plague Lord, and the Skin Scribe. As you go out there, seemingly unknown that you're there at the moment. The only one who does know is the Honor Guard, who immediately goes into a motion of action.
Could I have a 40-kid cube?
40-foot cube is an 8x8. You'll have to count that yourself.
It's fine. It's fine.
Actually, hold on.
I mean,
Improvise!
no. If you do 8x8, you can do it. Oh,
Okay.
fair enough. Look at that. Look at. That is some of the most.
Keep in mind they're not
practical shit.
attached.
You're selecting all four, sorry.
Do you want me to hold on? Let me link them. Hold on. Put them back.
Okay.
You need to pick up this left corner one, but you can pick them all up. Perfect.
Perfect. But that's Queglod, I don't want to go there.
What is that he's casting?
I don't know.
Something insane, I'm sure. Try and blow the portal up.
Is this... Are these stairs going up to the 15-foot wall? Or?
Yes, correct. There's stairs going up the 15-foot wall. They're steep
Okay,
steps, but they are steps.
Okay.
Just checking. When we hop out, we're hopping out. And
I'm,
On this side here.
Yeah.
So I'll put the portal
Down.
here so you know exactly where you're popping out.
no, it's
Okay.
just double jump.
I will. I assume I have my 14 weapons out. Right?
If you do, you wouldn't have been able to move that far. Because inside of the bubble, you moved 5, You
Oh,
moved
yeah,
5,
true.
10,
So I'd be having,
15, 20,
Yeah.
but you also went up, so that'll be 25 feet of movement you've used. So you'll
Yes,
only
I
be able to
wouldn't
have a
take
maximum of 6. No, 7,
Okay,
sorry.
cool. If that's the case, I will, with my Dark Spin. This is where I'm hesitating to send it inside. I guess I wouldn't know about the. So 25, so 30. That would leave. How many weapons left?
7 or 8. I believe it would be 8 because I believe it's 7 just because of your distance you've travelled.
Okay, so 7 weapons.
It's up to you.
I will send them on him.
Okay. You shoot the 7 weapons forward towards the Prince of Blood.
Because they can only attack one. Yeah, they can only attack one. Same time.
In this motion, you watch as the Blind Butcher is going to use his reaction, as he is going to use his imposing sentinel. You redirect all
so he's not
attacks to
surprised
him.
then.
No, as he
Okay.
is affected by foresight and cannot be surprised.
Oh.
Actually, no, correction. Imposing sentinel. This doesn't redirect the attack. All of your attack rolls have disadvantage
Okay.
against the Prince of Blood here. Or King of Blood, sorry. You watch as you fly up and out, taking each of the blades of law around you and shooting them forward. You watch as the Blind Butcher almost slides around, imposing his arms and back against it, as the blades have to rush around as you are otherwise unable to see where they are heading. Go ahead and roll me your 7 attack rolls with disadvantage. Start off with the first 4.
That's like 14 dice.
What is the
These
plus?
all have a plus 14. No, plus 13.
Plus 13 to hit.
Yes.
This one hits. This one on a 25 misses.
Okay.
As you watch as they shoot around one of the blades, you hear it sink into something as it disperses his shield. Do not worry about rolling damage. Roll the remaining 3, please.
Okay, 25 AC does not.
25 AC missed. 26 AC hits.
Oh.
One more hit.
Hurts.
As the last one hits, shooting the law around, it digs into something, although you can't see. Go ahead and roll damage for 1 hit of your blade. Doing 9 points of damage.
9 points. Yes.
Okay. 9 points of damage to the Prince of Blood. Or King of Blood, sorry. I'm going to keep making that mistake, so if I say Prince, assume King.
Okay.
Princess Butterfly.
No, the DM said it. It's true now. Quickly revert back to Prince mode.
Oh no.
Demoted.
Okay.
Could you,
Anything- Bern, rest of your turn. Anything else you want to do?
Claude said no.
Yes, I would like to. I would like to cast a spell.
Quicken spell?
what? She's casting a spell?
Yes,
Okay.
a chicken spell. And I would like to cast a what is it called? Radiance of Sickening.
Radiance of Sickening?
I assume this is the one. 30 for radius.
Yep.
Right. I can't get that guy. Fuck. That's okay. I'll place it. Yeah, right there. Right there.
Right there. Alright, good enough.
You don't
I
want to
didn't
get the
block
spicy boy
off
in
yeah, I
it?
didn't want to block off the stairs here.
So,
Fair.
So if there would be space, yeah, I guess it's fine.
you can have it one to the left or one to the right. It's up to you.
Harlan, you're
Actually,
thinking
there.
again, aren't you?
Okay.
Mm.
So, you otherwise place it there. Quicken spell casting the Sickening Radiance as you shoot it out to one side. This orb of dark green magic emanates out from the singular point. You watch as the edges of it are cut off, as anywhere between and intersecting between these statues is nullified,
Oh,
meaning that this
Oh,
individual
so
does not need to make a
intersecting
save.
here. Wait, so
moved from
Which
this
edges?
statue to this statue, and from this statue to this statue is cut off, causing these outer 2 layers of tiles to be non-affecting, meaning this individual does not need to move. Oh no, because he's still within the inner one, so never mind.
So it's from the outside of this line?
It's the outside of the statue. So the
Okay.
the outer ring around the outside of this arena, for some reason your magic was intersected and cut off.
Okay, cool.
You're not
So
sure what
the,
kind of effect
the
this is.
outside of this line. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So,
But
with that
it
in
did hit
mind,
that.
what save is it that I've got to make?
It's a con save. DC 20.
Okay, the archers, 1 succeeds, 1 fails. The honor guard succeeds, and the pit fiend. Where's his stat block? Hold on. 23. He
stat block.
succeeds.
Dummy thick.
Okay.
Yeah, he succeeds on
So
a
they
23.
take half damage. Or will not take damage.
Go ahead and roll damage. It's half damage. They just
Yeah.
don't suffer the point of exhaustion. The one who does fail, which is this red one, otherwise suffers the point of exhaustion.
That's fine. It's 15 radiant damage.
15 radiant, doing 7 damage to the pit fiend general. Nope, 1 too much damage. And each of the honor guards take. The archer takes 15. The archer's looking pretty wounded.
Already?
Yeah.
We're
Are they just
powerful,
regular
remember?
archers?
They're pathetic.
I guess they're regular archers, not super archers.
They're regular
just
archers.
They're just Taratan.
Yeah, they're just Taratan. Which means they have really easy basic stats. And the other one got a little bit damaged. Okay, cool. As you otherwise cast this spell, it emanates outwards as you're now concentrating on that effect. And that ends your turn. I'm going to have the concentration over here by you on the initiative, so because
fine.
putting it on the pillar sucks.
Alright. I mean, you can put it on top of metallurgy. Guess that was
I could. Okay, end of your turn. Next in the initiative, and no longer surprised, is the Skin Scribe.
Well, it's been a good run, boys.
Followed
He gets
by...
his reaction, right?
He gets his reaction. He is, however, surprised, so he doesn't get to do anything.
We get
We
one
live
more
one more
turn to survive.
Okay.
Guys, another 6 seconds.
Queglod's in the ethereal plane, so the only one of the lair actions that I can rightfully use is Blood Defense. Okay. You watch as the Taratan Empress is otherwise shrouded in this almost red-like mist as it begins to surround her and protect her instinctively. Although she doesn't seem to know what's going on, you watch as she is otherwise shielded and protected, gaining a number of temporary hit points.
Is this the lair action or?
Lair action, yes.
Okay, this is fine.
So she has that many temporary hit points. Okay, because I can't use any of the other ones because you aren't targetable right now. So, end of the lair action. Nagriel Huban goes. Gonna leave him where he is for now. On his turn, he otherwise takes a step out, moving out of the portal. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to move 25 up into the space of this Taratan, and he is going to take 3 swings. First one hits. Second one versus plate armor with his added bonus. That is a... Scroll all the way back up. Meh. With his added bonus, that hits. And the final attack hits. Okay.
I love Nagriel.
Alright, 3 hits. He is going... Okay, seeing as he'll be activating his halberd, he'll be doing an additional 2d6 lightning damage with each of these hits. Ooh, rough rolls. He's going to savage attack of those. Much better. Plus... okay, he does 20 points of slashing damage and 9 points of lightning damage. The second strike, yeah, with that damage he minces this Taratan. And he is then going to move 5, 10 into the range of the Pit Fiend General, where his final attack would have missed given the AC. How about the Pit Fiend General? Your AC is slightly higher than those other guys? No, correction, it's the same. Never mind, so that would have hit. Doing maths. 20 plus 7, 27 points of damage overall, with some of that being lightning damage. Maths is hard, and he is going to action surge. Perform another 3 attacks.
I haven't beat him yet.
Those 2 hit, and the last one misses. He is, however, going to pop a goading attack with one of those. So Pit Fiend General needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, which he succeeds on, so nothing happens there. Still do the additional damage, however. Alright. Oh, I love Battlemaster. I need more D10s. I don't like this. Why do I not have enough D10s, guys? I am sad.
Can you not say that?
Why? It's Nagriel doing
team.
Damage.
Yeah.
He's on your team.
Nagriel. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I know he's a proper trooper. I can't beat
Okay.
him.
34
I
plus
can't.
9 lightning damage on the first hit. So that is 43 points of damage to the Pit Fiend. Taking him down to that. And the next hit, which doesn't have a maneuver used, is 16 plus 9 again, which is 25 points of damage this time. Dropping him down to that, taking that away, makes that. Alright. Pit Fiend General takes a ton of hits as Nagriel moves up, otherwise attacking it over and over again, taking his full swing as he swings in with the halberd. One swing, a second, another, plowing up the edge of the Pit Fiend, doing significant damage before you watch as he swings his halberd round and behind him, drawing a flail and shield, increasing his AC for this turn. Okay, that's one of his superiority die used. And Nagriel is going to end his turn there. Malcom, you go.
Alright. Well, let's see.
Gap's probably not that big, but oh.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm flying up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 25 would be here.
Okay, well, I'm going up too, so.
Okay. So you'd need to go up. Oh, you're going up to the next floor?
No, I'm flying up. So I can see.
Okay, so if you need
I
to be
need
able to
to go
see, you are just able to make the 15 foot to be able to see properly.
What is it? 25, 30. I have
It would
40
have
foot
been
movement.
5, 10, 15 to get there, 20, 25, 30. So going up, you would be at around. You'd be at 30 feet. You'd be 15 feet in the air.
I mean, I got 40 foot movement. So
do you want to go higher?
Yeah, I wanna make sure that I can see.
Okay, you can clearly see, looking around, you see the rest of what's going on here as you see the effect of the Pit Fiend General, the Blind Butcher, and the others. The Blind Butcher otherwise obscuring the King of Blood from your direction.
But I can see her, right?
You can see her, and you can technically see the King of Blood. It's just 3/4 cover for him right now.
Alright, well, I'm gonna cast a 5th level Moonbeam.
On
This area here.
Moonbeam is a 5-foot radius. Bam. Good enough.
Right there.
Oh no.
Almost.
Good enough. We know where it is. Alright. That is saving. What kind of saving throw, please?
That will be a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, starting with the Blind Butcher. That is. Oh no, let's do it in. Yeah, and I said this is the Blind Butcher. That is a Constitution, you said?
Yes.
24.
Yep.
King of Blood. has advantage because of magic resistance. That is a 22.
Yes.
And finally, the Empress is a regular roll, and that is a 16.
No.
Okay.
Wonderful fail.
Okay, so the moonbeam goes off. Go ahead and roll damage for the moonbeam, please.
3, 4.
Okay, but imagine if just one moonbeam kills her and we're like, oh shit.
We have done fucked up
It
now.
shouldn't.
Yeah, yeah. If she dies, we
Yeah.
lose.
She got temporary hit points. It's
She got
fine.
temporary hit points, even if she as long as you don't do more than, I don't know, 50 damage, you'll be fine.
29.
That's pretty good. So that is 14 damage to the King of Blood. Oh, 1 off of perfection. Would have made it a round number.
Almost.
Not quite like 69 levels, but
Ugh.
And-
420?
No, we're talking a round
God.
number here, not like that level of perfection.
Oh,
And
okay, thank God.
29 points of damage to her, taking away from temporary hit points first. Okay. Yeah, she's still standing. She's looking alright. Okay. The moonbeam goes off as you reach your hand up and you call down the column of lunar light as it begins to whirl around them, burning into their skin as you've moved up to this location. The blind butcher currently cloaked in this bright white light as the moonbeam strikes against him. Something I need to check. It's radiant damage, isn't it?
Yes.
I am just double checking, make sure none of them have any like resistances or anything. Okay, the blind butcher takes some less damage than you would have hoped, as he is resistant. Okay,
What? Resistant to what?
radiant
I already
damage.
knew he was.
Blind butcher is resistant to radiant damage. He's also blind, so any
And resistant to
any
hit.
light-based spells will do jack all to him. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, end of your turn. We return back to the initiative order. It is now the Honor Guard's turn. Okay, the Honor Guard are going to retain their position in this. Actually, no, they're not. They're going to move up closer towards their queen as they perform defensive locations. This one starts his turn in there. Does he make the save? No. Go ahead and roll damage for your Sickling Radiance again, please, Bern. 20 damage.
20.
Okay, he's looking like he's on death's door. As he moves up, he does his best as he moves up into a position to otherwise defend. Moving past here, these ones are going to move over here, like so, just to perform a bit more of a defensive barrier. And that'll end their turn. And now it is the Blind Butcher's turn. The Blind Butcher makes a save at the start of his turn because of Moonbeam. That is a 30.
I mean, of course. 29 again.
29 again, so he takes half that, which is 14. Then he takes half that again, which is 7. So at the start of his turn, because he regenerates his hit points, I'll just take 7 damage away. Leave it where it was. Nothing changed. Alright. Okay, start of his turn. Yeah. He's going to move up towards Nagriel.
Isn't he supposed to get his... Oh yeah, he can be surprised.
Oh wait, yeah, he can't be surprised.
Yeah.
You almost corrected me, and then I was like, wait, no, there's a reason I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And the Blind Butcher is going to perform 4 attacks versus Nagriel with his Butcher's Cleaver.
Oh boy.
Rip Nagriel.
Hit, miss, hit. Butcher's Cleaver does what damage? Okay. Takes 47 points of slashing damage to Nagriel. Okay. Alright, put some on 153 hit points left on Nagriel. And that is going to end the Blind Butcher's turn, as he has nothing else he can do this turn. Okay. End of the Blind Butcher's turn. Did someone just sort out the initiative order there for me?
Yep.
Alright, end of his. Elsyan.
Oh boy. Right.
No pressure.
Just going to move these guys down so I can just fill it in as I go.
Right. First things first, I was going to dimension door Rook out there, but I don't think really it's going to be much use. So I'm going to blink instead.
Straight away?
Yeah, I'm going to cast blink straight away.
Doesn't blink send
gonna
you there
cut.
straight away?
It does, doesn't... Actually, that's a fair point. I'm going to move out, then I'm going to blink.
Now, most of the time I'd allow a blunder like that. In this situation, I think it's a bad idea to let you
Sure.
blink inside the demi-plane.
Yeah, fair. What? You telling me there's... Yeah, okay. 1, 2, hop out. Really matter.
3, 4.
Just where stand... Because I can get to about her. Where can I stand to see things going on up here?
You can't. This is 15 feet high.
50 feet high.
15 feet
Okay.
high, yeah. You can just about see the top of the Pit Fiend General from, like,
Cool.
here. But then when it comes
That's
to the
fine.
Blind Butcher, you can't see him or Nagriel.
For this turn, I'm fine not being able to see as I'm casting blink.
Okay, move up. You cast Blink on yourself.
I do not blink.
Does the
no.
first turn not automatically go when you cast it, or?
Oh right, yes it does. Yes it does. It's... so
Roll
I keep on
d20 at
forgetting.
the end of each of your turns. For the duration of the spell, on a 11 or higher, you vanish from the current plane of existence you appear at. Start of your turn on next turn, you appear on the ethereal plane and return to an unoccupied space of your choice within 10 feet. You can dismiss the spell as an action. While on the ethereal plane, you can see and hear the plane you originated from while it is cast in
Okay,
shades
I
of
do.
grey.
No.
No.
I don't blink.
So no, you don't blink. You cast
Oh, well.
blink as you otherwise step out into the outside exterior, casting blink on yourself. The energy's there, but it's building up like a charged battery.
Ah! Do I have to Dragon Ball scream? Ah!
Okay. Is Elsyan Dragon Ball Street?
No.
Streams?
No! Elsyan don't do that.
It is now the archer's turn. These two need to make their saves. Nope. And nope. Go ahead and roll damage for your Sickening Radiance, please. Bern.
26.
26. Okay, well, this one's dead. And this one's also dead because it took half damage and now it takes full. You watch as the two of them crumple, the radiance digging into them. You watch as their skin and chitin begins to twist and bend as their legs curl inwards, falling onto their backs. These ones over here move into position to get a better shot. These ones are going to use their spider climb to move up to the edge here to get a good line of what's going on over there. As is this one.
Yeah. Did his shield regenerate? Did we see? Or
He hasn't had his turn yet.
I thought he was going at the same time as.
No, he hasn't had a turn yet. Okay, each of these are going to perform 2 shots. This one's going to take 2 shots at Elsyan. This one's going to take 2 shots at Bern. This one's going to take 2 shots at... Malcom, sorry. This one's going to take 2 shots at Bern. And this one's also going to take 2 shots at Bern. So 4 shots at Bern total. Miss and miss. I assume you aren't hit by 15s to hit.
Nope.
Are you hit by a 19?
I am indeed.
Do you wish to shield?
No.
Okay. And the other one is a natural 20 against you. The 2 against Elsyan. Another natural 20 and a 15.
Fuck off!
Does the 15 hit?
Sorry. 15. I'm gonna use shield on that.
Okay. Cast shield, forming the protective barrier as the arrow bounces off. The other one cracks through,
Actually,
piercing
sorry.
your side.
No, I'm not. I apologise. Don't have it prepared.
Okay. So you take 2 hits. And
I
the
do
2
take
against
hits.
Malcom. That is a... no. And a 23 to hit.
Nah.
Nope. You snatch the arrow out of the air, hitting it with your wing, batting it to the side.
So
Yeah.
does surprise work then?
Oh wait.
Oh,
when they're
that
Where
is-
am I
surprised,
supposed to go?
no, that is a good call. They don't get the go. Never mind. So
Okay.
I haven't
right,
rolled
okay.
damage. They haven't moved.
I mean, technically, I did get hit by that 23, by the way. but
Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
I was just playing. I was just acting.
Retract that happened. These two died. Good call. The guards I did correctly though, because they have alert because they are on a guard.
Fair.
Yeah, they're fine. It's just I forgot that these ones don't because they don't have that. Okay, Rook.
Fucking hell. Okay. Right.
How much damage did I take, sorry?
Right. So.
You didn't because I was reminded that there was a surprise round and the archers aren't supposed to go. The honor guard do because they move, but that's it.
So how much movement have I used to get to there?
Where were you? Here.
Yep.
5,
5,
10,
10.
15. Keep in mind, I'm putting them here because if I put them here, you guys are getting confused. So I put them there for this is where you
Oh,
exit.
okay, right. So if I say I'm
5,
there,
10,
coming up,
15
cool.
puts you there.
Right. Okay. Okay. I need to get to the Prince of Bloods. How am I gonna do this? 5, 10, to 15.
2.
25. Can I do this with Zephyr Strike? That'd be double because of rough terrain. So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 65. Okay, I'm farting. Can I get to here
With Zephyr Strike?
with Zephyr Strike?
How much movement does Zephyr Strike give you?
Doubles my movement, so I'll have 70.
Okay, so use 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, well, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Yeah, you can get here with 65.
Cool.
So,
Okay,
bonus action
I'm gonna
casting
use
Zephyr
my
Strike.
bonus action Zephyr Strike, and I'm going to. I'm just gonna go nuts on the Prince of Blood. First attack has advantage because Zephyr Strike.
Okay. And
Um,
the Blind Butcher, in response to that, is going to use his Body Sentinel, and using his Interception, he's going to move here and give you disadvantage.
Son of a gun. Of course he does. So the advantage goes to a normal roll?
To a flat roll, yeah.
Cool. Right,
As you
okay, I'll do
otherwise
the-
cast the spell on yourself, you watch as these kind of strange winds begin to build around your feet. As the rest of you watch as Rook zooms out of the portal, up the stairs, round the Blind Butcher, and over towards where the King of Blood is with his axe to one side. As you watch as, almost with a similar speed, the Blind Butcher takes a step back, intercepting the path as he reaches out with one large arm, predicting that this would happen, given the foresight.
Now the question is, does Nagriel get?
Attack opportunity?
Attack
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Good God. Okay, right, so I'll do my first attack.
Go ahead.
Oh, disadvantage is going to be a nightmare. That's plus 15.
Yeah, it's... Okay. So 15. Keep
21.
in mind that it is only for that one attack, but because of all of Bern's weapons attacking simultaneously as part of the thing, they all get disadvantage as a result. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's something like Devastation, which gets 2 attacks, they're 2 separate attacks, where if with this it's all of them, because it's a single instance. Much like how if Queglod casts Eldritch Blast, it affects all of them, because it's a single instance spell.
Okay.
If it's
Right,
all at the
so
same target, that is.
Okay, so the disadvantage is only on the first attack?
Correct. The rest of them will
Okay,
leave
right.
flat rolls as well.
Okay, that's cool. I can live with that.
Okay.
Right.
So what was
okay.
the first
so
hit?
the first one is 21.
Misses.
Okay, and then I'll roll my other 2.
Okay.
Oh, yikes. Okay, well, one's a 26 and one's a failure.
The 26 hits. The Blind Butcher is going to use his secondary action to use Body Sentinel to perform an attack against you, as a result of attacking another target other than him.
I hate this guy, you know. I really hate this guy.
That is a 20 to hit. Oh no, 22 to hit, sorry.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay, he hits you with one attack with his Butcher's Cleaver. Go ahead and make me the damage roll against the Prince of, or the King of Blood, please.
It's a D12.
Okay.
So that is 6 plus 10.
6 plus
16.
10, 16 points of damage versus the King of Blood. Okay, so he takes 16 points of damage. Good to know. Hey, it's a little bit more rounded this time. Oh, I need to change that number because otherwise he's got He's just gained 100 health. That's not how that works. Okay, and you take 19 points of slashing damage from his opportunity attack against you, as the cleaver carves into you, passing through your armor and tearing through a portion of your skin.
Okay, right. Jeez. Okay, my bonus action was cast a spell. There's literally nothing else really I can do. No.
No action surging?
I don't know whether to do it next turn when I take the potion. I maximise on it.
It's up to you.
Yeah, you know what? Sod it. I'll action surge.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure, but nothing in this fight I'm sure about, so there's nothing new there.
Okay. You action surge, taking this moment to unload your entire payload into him. Go make me 3 more attacks. 2 hits. This is a crit versus the King of Blood, remember, because he is your quarry.
Alright, yes, cool.
This one is a plus what to hit?
7 plus 15 is 22, so that's not.
22, that one misses, but these 2 hit, with this one being a crit. From that first attack, he's going to use the Blind Butcher is going to use his last reaction to perform another Body Sentinel to perform an attack roll against you.
Of course he is.
That is a 18 to hit, that misses.
That misses. So that's 3d12 then.
3d12. Remember, it is a crit, which means you add an additional d6.
Alright, yep, cool.
And this is the other one should have also done an additional d8 force damage because it didn't hit. So we'll add the d8 force damage now, because the Zephyr Strike does the additional d8 when you hit.
Alright, yes, cool. I can roll that 2 again.
Reroll that 2 again, yep. And
3,
this is plus what?
That's 2 hits, so it's going to be plus 20.
Plus 20, so that is 48 points of damage to the King of Blood. Okay. He is looking hurt.
Okay.
Okay, and that ends your turn. End of your turn. It is the Empress's go. Empress rolls a con save at the beginning of her turn. That is a natural 20. Go ahead and roll damage. She will take half.
Good, she'll survive.
That's what you think. Yeah, she will. She's got-
36.
Yeah, she's fine. Again, you're so close off of getting a perfectly round number.
I'm doing it on purpose, Chris.
You better not.
I'm
Okay.
in a horrible position here. I've just realised.
Okay, I need to quickly check the. I need to quickly check the range of a spell. Yeah. Uh-oh. Perfect. Okay. She's going to step out of this, moving round towards the Plague Lord as you watch as she moves up. The Plague Lord otherwise begins to shield her. As she is going to stretch out her hand towards you, Bern, and you watch as her hand clasps and brings up as you watch as there's a scattering of this almost ruby-like dust in the air. I do not believe you're within range for counterspell. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay.
He is.
In which case she would have moved back because she knows how counterspell works. Yeah, she's seen the magic you guys have cast and knows who has counterspell here. So, she stretches out her hand towards you, Bern. What save do you make?
You're very
You're
quiet,
very
mate.
quiet.
Yeah, you're very quiet.
How does she know I've counterspell? I might have unequipped, but you know.
Never mind, there is no save. The rest of you watch, Queglod in particular, as you look up in the ethereal plane, you watch as this spectral cage appears around Bern, trapping him as she has cast Force Cage on you. You are now stuck inside of this box, and you cannot see out of it. You are now in a 10-foot. You are now in a 10-foot cube, which you cannot leave. You see the magical energy around you crackling with this light, this kind of faint spectral energy of it glowing red, otherwise preventing your further movements. Okay. That is going to end her turn. That is her 7th level spell slot used up as well. And yeah, that's her done. Okay. End of her turn in the initiative order. That is the their turn, but they're not in the initiative right now. Followed by the Plague Lord and the Pit Fiend. Okay. The Plague Lord is surprised. The Pit Fiend is surprised. Queen of Terratan should have been surprised. Never mind.
So she did.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Yep. No, I'm just remembering it's a surprise round. You got, yeah. So she does still have that seven.
Alright, how do we counter this spell, boys?
See, he doesn't forget when he's got the surprise, but when we have the surprise, he forgets.
Well, yeah, of course, because I'm not used to it being the other way around. Know how that works as a DM. My turns are usually pretty quick. Yeah, jab at the players right there. Pit Fiend is surprised. Sasha, it is your go. You know it's
more options. We've got. I know, but it's the same for every player, not just us lot.
All right, the initiative order is otherwise complete. You know where everybody is in this initiative order now. Look at it.
Where exactly I come out with? Is it here?
It's onto these two tiles.
On that space.
Okay, well, on that one then.
So 5,
that's
10, 15, 20.
25! What can I see?
You can see a Pit Fiend that's glowing in green. Unfortunately, it's 15 feet up, and because the staircase is steep, you cannot see anything around the back here. You can also see to either side of you there are Terratan well, to one side there's Terratan Archer, who's surprised.
Oh, you mean this boy here? I mean, I think this is the kind of situation where you pop a pretty decent spell, isn't it?
Such as?
Well, I'm just thinking, I have the spell Dawn prepared. It's a 5th level spell. Oh yeah. It's a 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder of bright light. It is sunlight. And each creature in it must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 4d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. A creature must also make the saving throw whenever it ends its turn in the cylinder. If you're within 60 feet of the cylinder, you can move it up to 60 feet as a bonus action on your turn. Sun?
Shine.
Yeah. 420 praise.
Thank you. The sun was a... Praise the sun, bitches!
Alright, everyone, T-pose to the sky.
Where's it going?
I think it would just be 30 foot.
Radius. Yeah, no, I'm just getting the right side.
Okay, good. It'd be so funny when yeah, alright, that's good. All of us fucking die.
Vision-wise,
no.
you could probably see like up to this.
Right.
Up here.
I'm going to just try and layer it like as on top of this Pit Fiend guy. I presumably I can see Nagriel, so I feel like about here would probably be
There.
where I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Or one further down.
Maybe further down.
This would completely encompass it, which is what you're intending.
As long as it yeah. I'm gonna go with
because you don't want to hit
completely
Nagriel, so like there would make the most sense.
Yeah.
So it's slightly
Yeah, I'm
catches
good
the
with
blind butcher.
It will still catch the Blind Butcher, yeah. The main thing is that like here is like, oh, it's conveniently not hitting Rook, but at the same time this makes the most sense because it hits the Pit Fiend and avoids Nagriel. Okay.
Yeah. I don't mind whatever works.
That's fine.
This is what I can see, so this is what makes sense.
Saving throw.
Con. DC of, I think it's like 18.
Okay, I'll start with the Blind Butcher because he's first on my list. That is a 22. He succeeds.
Bastard.
No, 20, sorry, not 22. Giving him too much.
Still succeeds.
Still succeeds. The Pit Fiend, on the other hand, gets 31. Yeah.
Well, they both still take half damage.
Which is?
I need to get the D10 for it. There we go.
Just 1d10? What?
No, 21.
21 damage. Okay, Pit Fiend General takes half. Takes a
Half
total
to
of 10. 10 radiant damage, and because a 69. Alright, and the and the Blind Butcher takes half, and then half again because he is resistant to radiant, taking only 5.
Yeah, that makes no sense. I just want the gods to know that this makes no sense.
It does.
I mean,
He's a devilman.
He's now Vero.
Badman.
They were once Celestials.
Yeah, but then he got fucked by Asmodeus or whatever he did to get his weird powers.
Harlan, this
Alright.
is a subtle hint, but every fallen angel is resistant to radiant.
Fucking sucks.
Including Asmodeus.
Is that the end of your turn, Sasha?
Yeah. Wait, I just wanted to double check the exact wording. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. That's me done.
Okay. The King of Blood's turn. He is no longer surprised. Queglod.
He loses his shield immediately.
That is correct, because it comes back up and then he makes the save, which it doesn't matter what he rolled, but that is a natural 1. Doesn't matter, so he takes no damage. Shield is gone. Good call. Queglod, it is your turn.
Very nice. Okay, I'm going to use my action, I believe it takes, to leave the ethereal plane.
Okay. You poof back into existence as you look around. You see the density of what's going on. You see everything. You've watched it so far. You've seen light explosions, weird colours, and you've seen actions be reversed in time as other realities did things in the ethereal plane. But you see in your current reality, it's a lot better than Force Cage and a lot of damage being put through. Avoided 2 natural 20s in a Force Cage because surprise round. Pretty good turn, I'm going to admit. All right, Queglod, your action to break free. Anything you wish to do is an action or bonus action.
Bonus action, Big Felipe.
Alrighty then.
Oh, yeah, you thought this place was cluttered before.
Get ready for Bird Boy!
It's when these guys come back in like 10 turns time and you guys are still going that it's going to get even worse.
Look, hopefully, either some of us would have died by that point, or we would have cleared some of them out.
That is true. Do you wish to be on the back of Felipe, by the way?
No, because of what I have planned for him.
Okay. In which case, what would you like Felipe to do?
Felipe is going to... He should be able to fly around to over here, right? Yeah,
How
he's
high
fucked.
up?
30 feet up. Yeah, well, that works.
Perfect.
That's a good job, by the way. How tall is the room?
How tall is the room?
Yeah.
In your moment of flying and panic, you look up to check how tall the room is. You can't see the ceiling with your 120 foot of dark vision and the light around you.
Good to know.
Nice!
We were promised an open space for this fight to take place in, so... I think we were all expecting a cathedral, but...
Yeah.
The top of a ziggurat works nicer for me.
You know what? It's our fault for not assuming a different kind of temple.
Yeah, that's fair.
I still think a beach wedding would have been prettier.
Do you wish to use your movement?
Yes, because Big Felipe is out, I now have a natural fly speed.
Correct.
So I'm going over here and 20 feet up.
So you're just above the lip of this.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Big Felipe, as his action, is going to Eldritch Plume.
What are his targets?
All 3 into the King of Blood.
Okay.
I'm assuming. I mean that hit from Rook was good, but it's not gonna. He's not gonna be.
He's seen better days, but he's not bloodied by any means.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill him accidentally with this.
No. With those rolls, you might.
Well,
Queglod's bringing the pain.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, what?
Natural 20 and 2 18s. Yeah, they
that's
hit.
a plus 14.
Queggles.
Yeah, so.
No, remember this is Felipe. So remember what he gets the additional. He's got Eldritch Plume, so he's got his stuff to go with. So
yes, and he now has +7 to the damage of that.
So it's plus 21, so 45 points of damage. Nice. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Finally,
this is when the DM goes, yeah, nice.
Yeah, as he sort of
I know
zooms
that,
around
yeah,
and then
nice.
Okay.
one powerful swing of his wing, like, comes to a stop, skidding around facing this direction at the same time, firing off 3 sort of eldritch feathers.
Yeah. Well,
Now
skirting around the edge in the air, swinging forward with his wings, the 3 large feathers dig into the air, go through the moonlight energy, and as they begin to do so, you watch as the moonlight catches as they burn, striking into the surface of him and detonating with this kind of heavy thuds and impacts, doing a sizable amount of damage. As you see that as Rook, as you're staring at the King of Blood, you watch as they hit. He's looking hurt. He's looking injured, similar to how when the original fight went with him, with the blind butcher nearby. He's looking injured. He's not by any means on death's door, but he's looking hurt now.
Good.
And then the Queglod goes, "Oh, now I get why they're all scared of Queglod."
I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the bird doing things at the moment. I would love to follow up with something even cooler, but unfortunately that is my action and bonus action.
That is your action
So
bonus.
I'll end my turn here.
Okay. End of your turn, I'm going to use a legendary action. And the King of Blood is going to...
Immediately give up and let himself be killed?
That's a shout. Does he get legendary actions back on his turn?
Yes, he does. They count as...
Not on the reactions?
No, they count as separate actions, yeah. Because they take outside of a turn, they come back alongside reactions.
Okay, cool.
He just does. He's incapacitated on his turn, not thereafter. That's why he didn't take any before all of this as well. So, in that being the case, he is going to use one of his legendary actions to perform a claw attack versus you, Rook.
Cool.
Which he doesn't have advantage on because somebody isn't flanking yet. So it's just a regular attack roll. Low roll. 18 to hit. Misses.
No.
As he swings in with his claw, you watch as the radiant energy otherwise skirts across in front of you as you see the claw coming. As you otherwise shift back, the claw misses. You see the skin on the surface. You see the skin on the surface is beginning to burn and boil away, but the regeneration does its best to heal it.
Useless princess.
Okay. End of Queglod's turn. Bern.
Yes. Okay. What is the second AoE here?
This is Dawn. This is Sasha's doing.
What the hell is Dawn?
It is a radiant damage bubble.
Okay, so it's Sickening Radiant with another name.
It's Sickening Radiance, except I can move it around.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it's 5th level rather than 4th, so
Okay, cool.
at 5th level you just get to move it.
It's like it's God's Roomba.
Alright.
You
Oh,
don't...
Whoa!
What are you doing? Oh, you're
I'm cancelling it.
breaking concentration. Okay.
Yes.
Is anybody else concentrating on something? Yeah, you're concentrating on Dawn.
Yeah,
am.
I'm
I've got
concentrating
Sephiroth
on Dawn.
I'm also concentrating.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. I'm just going through making sure people have their correct concentrations.
I'm concentrating on the fight.
Link
there
is
you go.
concentration, isn't it?
Okay.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
thank you.
I gave you concentration for the fight.
Excellent. If I cast a concentration spell, then I stop focusing on the fight, right?
Oh,
Okay.
Fight ends.
Huh?
goes
What?
off.
Like Elsie just walks
Okay.
out the door.
Is it 60 feet diagonally as well for counter spell, by the way?
Yes, it's just within 60 feet.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, Jesus Christ, I have to be like 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, that's good. Okay. That's not good.
I mean, just a heads up. He curt. Oh wait, yeah. Never mind. I forgot he did.
Okay, I'm gonna Darksbane attack you.
Prince of King of Blood?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make me 2 attack rolls then, please.
That is a crit.
1 crit, and what's the other one's hit roll?
Plus 14. 28.
14, 28, both hit. So go ahead and roll me the damage.
Okay. This is 3d8 plus 9.
So is this the first hit or the crit?
This is the crit.
Okay, so that does 54 points of damage. Because
Yep.
it has the plus
Plus
20.
40. Wait,
Plus-
is it?
Is it plus 20 or plus 40?
I think it's plus 40. Darksbane. Plus 40 points of necrotic damage, bypassing resistances.
Bypassing resistances. Okay, so he takes how much damage? 74?
So that would be 34 plus 9, that would be 43 plus 40, so 73.
73. Okay.
And for the second one,
And the second one?
21 plus 9, 30.
Okay.
How's he looking after that? Oh,
Two death saves.
Fuck!
You did over 100 points of damage in a turn. And you didn't
he
declare
dead
subdue. If he fails these 2 death saves, he's dead. If he succeeds these 2, he sticks around.
Oh boy.
where Rook? Where?
Rook's right next to him.
Quite far away.
Okay.
In regards to.
You will find out on his
Turn
turn what the verdict is.
We're fine. We're fine.
He only has 1 turn, but oh no, his last.
He's last,
No, what?
and you'll
It just
find out
means
the
you just need
verdict
to
for it.
poke him with your axe.
Lightly
can
stab
spell
him.
Okay. This does have an upside.
Uh-huh.
Regardless of whether he's dead or unconscious, he can't talk to the skin scribe.
The skin scribe
We
can't
can
do
spell
nothing.
slow.
Yes! We win! What?
Quicken spell slow. Where?
On what?
Where's the 40-foot cube thingy? Okay, I can get all of them, I think.
Okay. What saving throw is this?
Butcher, her, this thing, this thing.
I'm not even gonna try on the inscribe.
6 creatures, okay, 6 creatures. So that's 4. 5,
Big boy.
and
Can you do it on the King of Blood's corpse?
I'm not sure if I can do that.
If he's not
Chris?
you can certainly do so. You won't know whether it has an effect or not because the animation of him slowing down won't come into effect because he's on the ground.
No. Here's the thing. It alters time around them, which means if he's going to die, he'll die slower.
True.
That's
True.
not quite how
This
that
isn't
works.
necessarily a stupid idea.
Chris,
Okay.
Chris.
I'll be doing the saving throw if he fails the save, and
No,
he
no.
is.
Yeah,
And he
1,
is dead.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll leave these 2 out.
Okay, so
The party
starting.
kills your boss a bit too quickly.
Oh shit.
I don't see why that's an issue. You've still got a lot to deal with.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna say, stretching a little bit. Please don't die. Please don't die. It's the only time I don't want the King of Blood to die.
I know.
Yeah, and it happened. So,
Do you want me to go
What's
over
the
there
saving
and heal
throw?
him or something?
what's the saving throw?
That is a. Let me just confirm if I can find my character sheet in my 200 open windows. That is a Wisdom save. DC
Okay.
20.
Pit Fiend fails. Oh wait, he has advantage because he's a fiend. He still fails. So Pit Fiend is slowed.
Oh, I always loved you, King of Blood.
I'm just trying to imagine what Infernal sounds like. Slowed down.
Okay.
You know what?
Slow.
It's literally
Blind Butcher fails.
I
a good one.
wanted a kitty cat when I
Okay.
was younger. It's just that.
Empress of Blood. Oh, she fails. Woof, that's a natural 2. Everyone stop rolling 1s and 4s.
Keep doing that, please.
This Taratan up here succeeds.
Uh,
He wasn't. Was he
Yeah, that
targeted?
was slowed. Yeah, he
yeah,
was.
he was.
I heard that side, but
Everyone except Skinscribe and Plague Lord that were
Alright.
targeted.
Only
Okay.
one succeeds.
Now remind me, Chris, do I need to keep line of sight on them or no?
does the spell state that you need line of sight on them?
You alter time up to 6 creatures if it tries on a 40-foot cube within range. Each for wisdom save from the side. It doesn't say.
If it doesn't say, then no. Did you need to see them to target them?
It just says the 40-foot cube within range.
Okay, that still doesn't help.
You alter time around up to 6
Okay.
creatures of your choice within a 40-foot cube in range.
Of how
So-
up to how many?
Up to 6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot
1,
cube.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or did you target a King of Blood instead of one of these?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good to know. I rolled his save just in case, and then you said 6. I was like, oh, okay. Alright. Is that the end of your turn? Or do you wish to move?
Well, if I don't need the vision, I wish to move, but I'm not sure.
I mean, it didn't say so.
No, you didn't say,
don't
so
need it.
you don't need vision.
Okay, cool. I'm dropping down.
You're dropping down. Okay.
Me like to hide behind the wall.
Okay.
Quick question,
Behind
if you-
Elsyan, the tank.
Okay.
Just to check the logistics of it. If King of Blood is unconscious, but he's not technically dead yet until his turn, and Rook then just lightly stabs him with the thing.
You'll find out.
Alright.
Okay. So, things have changed.
Things have changed.
Red
Really?
is dying, I think.
I don't think they changed that much, have they?
No, they have. Skinscrab needs to change what he's doing now.
Oh no. Have we secretly put ourselves in danger?
I think we have.
bet
Activating
he's
trap
got
card
like
and
some
skin
sort
scribe.
of thing of like, in the
If I-
event of my death, of me
Or in-
dying.
I need to check the description for a spell. Hold on. Give me just
In
a
the event of
moment.
me going unconscious,
The
murder
10th level
everybody.
spell, force death. Everyone die. GG.
Oh, what's
Can
he
you
doing?
just...
Hold up, hold. What's he
10th
doing?
level spell, volcano. 10-foot range.
You
make
watch
a
as he
volcano
otherwise
then run.
flies down next to you, Rook. As he looks at the King of Blood's corpse on the ground. He stares at it, and you watch as the chest of the King of Blood ever so slightly heaves. Not today. As he stretches out his hand and places it on the back of the King of Blood. King of Blood is an unwilling target. Oh, these are good rolls. This is bad. Oh, man, if I was using this as
That's right.
damage, this would be great.
What happening?
Is
Okay.
he healing the fucking...
You watch as
King
he
of
places
Blood.
his hand on the back of the King of Blood, and you watch as this surge of energy shoots through his palm and down into the King of Blood, as the King of Blood's body begins to repair, twisting and forming back together, as he is going to cast Exchange Vitality. The King of Blood gets back up, being healed for 102 hit points. As none of you are within range to counterspell, he cast it at 9th level.
Could have been. You should be prone, right?
He is prone. I'm just sorting out
Yeah.
giving him his hit points back rather than leaving him at 0 and forgetting.
No, it's fine.
Actually, hold on. Is he an unwilling? Oh no, we discussed this. Corpses are not unwilling targets. And this is a friendly ally, so I need to add 40 on top of that. Alright. 142 hit points. Okay. Skinscribe ends his turn. Actually, no. No. Skinscribe is going to otherwise float back up to around here, behind where all of this is going on, as he looks over at the Plague Lord. Do what must be done to protect her, as he looks towards the Taratan Queen, who is otherwise at this point more injured than the Prince of, or the King of Blood, it seems. The lair action is going to go off.
Princess Butterfly. Hold to your butts.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from Bern, Sasha, and Elsyan, please.
Con save.
Con save, please. As you watch as the area around the central platform lights up with this low red glow along the base here.
9.
What kind of
That is
sound?
a fail.
Save?
Con. Sasha?
Wait, no. That's better
Oh,
than, yeah,
no.
that's 9.
That is a 14.
That fails. Bern?
Mm-hmm. Thought it might.
24.
24. Okay. That is a pass. Sasha and Elsyan. As you're otherwise on the ground here, you watch as the blood grows up around you and then clings to you. You are now grappled in place, and you feel your magic beginning to be sapped from you. Elsyan, you
Lovely.
lose a second level spell slot, and Sasha, you lose a fourth.
Ooh.
4?
I bet you we lose the spell slot of D4.
It's a D8 actually, but
Oh, that could have gone much worse.
Fuck off! No, Jesus!
It's fine. It's fine. We've got more spell slots, and next turn comes a dragon. If I can.
if there is a next turn. Anyway, Nagriel is going to continue what he set out to do, which is fight this pit fiend, which is now slowed. So hooray for him! -2 AC of this thing. Okay, they hit. That hits. Okay. Damage. Where's his damage? Got lots to do.
I'm gonna say mine.
10, 20,
Who lost?
26.
In Harlan.
26 plus 15 plus 7, 22, so 48 damage, followed by 16 plus 7, 23, so 71 points of damage to the Pit Fiend with his 3 attacks as he swings in. Nice. Pit Fiend is looking very hurt.
Welcome back.
Alright.
Hello.
Nagro is then going to shout out, "How are things going? Is he dead yet?"
He was for a bit.
Actually, no, he says
Let's
that
go now.
telepathically. Queglod, you'd hear nothing. Malcolm.
First things first. Malcolm's gonna reply. He was, but he's not anymore. I think he's healthier than when we started. Shit, what else am I gonna do? I expected something completely different than what actually happened, and now I am lost. Shit. I'm just. You know what? I'll just turn into a dragon now. Let me just double check which one I'm gonna go
That's
into.
fine. I am checking the description for slow, because I need to know a few things about it.
No reaction, and any spells they try and cast, they have to roll
They have to roll
a d20 to see if they can actually cast them on the
Spell
right
doesn't
turn.
take effect until the creature's next turn. Creature affected by the spell makes another wisdom saving throw at the end of their turn. On a successful save, the spell ends. Okay. That's what I need to know. It's on the end of their turn or the beginning, and it's the end of their turn.
Yeah, yeah.
I also need to double check this spell and see if make sure there hasn't got any extra descriptions that I'm not aware of. What were you going to turn into?
I'm gonna turn into a black dragon.
Alrighty,
Young black.
young black dragon. Alright, where are you going to put yourself?
Just down to. Oh wait, hold on. I just need to double check one spell real quick before I actually. 10. Can I see a 10-foot radius cube, please?
10-foot radius cube?
Yes, please. That's a 10-foot radius cube?
Yep. 10 foot on each side, and it's 10 foot tall. That's a 5-foot radius sphere, but it's also a 10-foot radius cube.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I'm just not even.
Can I get 10 of those real quick?
10? That times 5.
uh,
Oh, that time. Yeah.
If it's flame strike and they have to be connected to one another or something like that, then
it's not. They
ah,
don't need to be connected.
Huh.
it's just 10 of them.
It's Firestorm.
Did Firestorm not need to be connected?
It says
Sacrifice was one I was thinking of, not Flame Strike.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Yeah, at least one face adjacent to the face of another cube. So they need to be close. So
Yeah, so they'd need to either be stacked on top of each other, or they need to be side by side like this at the very least.
yeah, I can't risk killing her. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn into Black Dragon.
Okay. You turn into Black Dragon, where do you go?
I am going here.
There?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be near him. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. You end your turn there.
Actually,
Ooh.
one question
Mhm.
to Mr. Rook. I will ask Rook in one question. Is he okay with taking? Rook, are you okay with taking one turn of damage from Moonbeam?
Can I answer instant because of telepathy, or do I wait until my turn?
I'll say you can answer instantly, given the nature of this.
That's fine.
If it's a yes or a no. Okay, so yeah.
I can't move it just yet because I used my action, but next turn I'll be moving it where it's not on her.
Okay.
Because I don't want her dying.
End of your turn. It is the Honor Guard's turn. It's going to try and attack you. Makes one attack because of slow.
Come get me.
Misses.
Yeah.
This one. It's going to move up. Misses. They both rolled the same. Done it. This one's going to move up here. No, he's going to move here. It's more fun. Advantage. 3 swings against you, Rook, with advantage.
Nice.
That is a 20 to hit.
Nope.
That is higher than that. 25 to hit.
That hits.
And that's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, nope. I'm rolling too big a dice. I need the small ones. You take 6 points of non-magical piercing damage, reduced to 3 because of your heavy armor master, followed by 9 damage, reduced to 6.
Okay.
As it swings in, the 2 blades kind of cutting into your side with these daggers as it begins to tear through portions of your skin, but not heavily, leaving small gashes and marks.
Okay.
Blind Butcher's turn.
Con save.
Con save, start of his turn. That is a 21.
Just barely. 28.
28. Halved to 14, halved again to 7. Start of his turn, he's healed to full. He takes 7 points of damage. Nice! I can just leave him at that many hit points this entire game. It's perfect. Alright.
Look, this Moonbeam is doing 2 things. Countering his regeneration and countering his shield.
Yeah, it's doing it.
Yeah,
It's doing
fair.
work. Okay. The Blind Butcher. Such a stupid thing to do.
Is it?
He's got
oh,
slow.
God.
He can make 1 attack out of his 4, and he can't make reaction. And he can't take reactions.
And I'm thankful for that.
Oh, and guess what else he can't do? He can't fear any of us.
No, that's true. His frightful
I'm
presence
sure he
affects
already
none of
couldn't
you.
do that.
Hmm?
Oh, just that all
Well-
of us are immune to.
All are immune to fear, so I've ignored the fear aura from the Pit Fiend, the frightful presence from the Blind Butcher, and the Queen's command from the Taratan Queen. So, because they're all immune to
My
fear.
notes. We've just sort of walked in here, just like, yeah, no, no,
Yeah.
no, shut everything down.
Yeah, Blind Butcher's only got one thing to do. He's going to use his immortal blood.
Oh.
You watch as his head turns, seeing the King of Blood go down, and then the Skin Scribe lift him back up. The Blind Butcher, you watch as there's this gleam from underneath his hood where his eye would be, and you watch as the markings across his body go dark and red, as he is going to enter into an unholy rage.
I'm not too sure if I like that.
And that will end his turn. because he's got nothing else he can do. End of his turn, wisdom saving throw. That is a 11. Your DC is 20, right? Bern?
Oh, yeah, it's DC 20. Right.
Okay, he has a chance.
Who is this?
Blind Butcher.
Oh,
Oh no.
you rolled a
Okay.
19? Oh, you got a 19?
No, I rolled and he didn't make it. He got an 11 total and I said he's got a chance to
Oh, you got a
succeed.
19. Okay.
No. Okay. End of his turn, because I've just remembered that the King of Blood still has things he can do. He still has legendary actions. King of Blood is going to use one of his legendary actions to get up from prone.
Ass.
Alright. End of the Blind Butcher's turn. Elsyan. Oh, also, something else I forgot. Sasha, your Dawn does damage when they end their turn there, correct?
Hmm?
Your
Yes,
Dawn
when they
does
end their turn
Okay,
from Dawn,
so the
they
Blind
take-
Butcher got... It's a con save, right?
Yes.
That's a 33. So go ahead and roll damage.
I can't. My thing's disconnected.
40-10, correct?
40-10, yes.
You'll be glad to know you got 12, halved because of his success, halved again because of his resistance, doing 3 points of damage to him. You have
Nice.
you
We're
have-
slowly countering that regen, boys.
which procs immediately. So, so, whose turn was it now? Elsyan.
Sorry, I was muted. I come up here and what do I say?
You wander
Just to
up.
be clear?
You wander upstairs, and just like a
Wonder.
just like a sitcom or something interesting, you just wander up and you see all of these characters moving in slow-mo, except for the King of Blood, who stands up, and the Skin Scribe and Plague Lord floating behind them. You see Rook otherwise surrounded with with a young black dragon fighting the Blind Butcher and other people.
Well, I'm not gonna touch the Skin Scribe. That's just a bad move. But the Blind Butcher can just fucking die.
No, he can't. That's the
No, you
problem.
can't.
He's Sasha, but better.
Oof. Not difficult.
All right. All right. Well.
I'll regret that. I will regret that. I know I will. God damn it. I'm guessing the Black Dragon is
It's
our boy Malcom.
You saw him
Okay.
transform. Oh, hold on. I forgot. You're grappled. You're down here still.
Fuck, you're right. I can't do shit.
You see the pit feed. And you saw
Fine.
a young black dragon land.
Nope. If I can see the Pit Fiend, I can hurt the Pit Fiend. I'm gonna mental prison the Pit Fiend.
Oh.
I just like how Chris was just like, he did the thing that I didn't want him to do.
But let's not forget, he has magic resistance. And he has his intelligence save. Pit Fiends have decent intelligence.
Yes, they do have.
That's a 19. I think that's still a fail, though.
That still fails.
Alright.
By
so,
1.
By 1. Alright, so he's now mental prisoned.
Let me double check. Oh.
And he has true sight, so at the very least he can see through it. So he might end up subconsciously taking the damage by doing stuff.
Oh, he can see through it, so he
You
just
can
tries
see
to
through
go
it.
through it anyway.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's an illusion. Ow. That's not supposed to
no.
work
Can
like
I
that.
Can I ask a quick question?
Mhm.
I stepped away for a little bit. Why is the King of Blood standing up?
He used his one of his legendary actions to use the move action, which allows him to spend half his movement to stand up
Yes,
and prone.
and I am officially concentrating now.
Oh, he's concentrating on the game by using mental prison. Oh, let me get another counter to stack on top of this guy.
Right, yes. By the way, that's already a 5d10 psychic damage.
Go ahead and roll that.
Just roll that quickly.
Mental prison is currently on the Pitfree General.
Don't worry, that's just 44 psychic damage.
Ooh, good rolls. He is looking mighty hurt. Yeah, Pitfree General he's looking real rough right now. He doesn't even got to do anything yet.
I feel bad.
When we say
Because
real
I know you've made these monsters thinking about what they can do, Chris, and I'm sat here just like, we're sat here just like, no.
Mental prison go
can't.
brr.
Mental prison, slow. The mental prison go brr, slow go.
Oh man.
You know it's a great fight when the pit fiend is being treated like one of the ants.
It is! It's being destroyed!
See, there are moments, guys, where I think we forget we're 16th level.
Yeah, imagine what you're going to be like when you're 20th. I'm scared.
We will become gods.
You got the surprise round. If you didn't have the surprise round, there would have been a lot worse things
It
going on.
would have been different. Yeah.
But yes,
We
so
got by our plan rather than anything else.
you reach up, kind of stretching out your hand. The illusion begins to seal around as you watch as the pit fiend giant just goes, "Ugh," reaches up to his head, and you watch as just blood begins to pour out of his nose. He goes, "Ugh." And he's slowed as well, making these weird and strange noises. Alright. Does that end your turn? Because you can't move. Hello?
Huh? What?
Does that end
Yes.
your turn? Okay.
Yeah. Wait, blink. I may get out of this grapple.
Oh! There's a fair shout. I mean, grapple ends at the end of your turn. Oh! Blink! Elsyan's not there.
Blink.
Who?
I blunk.
That'll do.
He blonked.
He blonked.
Okay. Don't kill me by blinking.
There you go.
I panicked. I thought he died then. I zoned out for
So
a
did
minute.
I.
What?
Okay.
I thought my brain went, Chris knows that there's an effect of this place. He forgot to tell us. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, portal magic sends you to the blender dimension. Alright.
Yeah.
So,
It's not as bad as it sounds. There's just a lot of blenders there.
no, it sends you to the program.
Oh, no.
You're not proficient in Blender. Oh no. Alright,
Oh god.
so, each of the Taratan archers now are going to make 2 attacks. These 2 will be versus Bern, given that he landed and he's currently concentrating on a spell, which they don't recognize. These 2 will be against Queglod, because she's a flying
Can
problem.
they see me on behind a 15-foot wall? Oh, this archer. Yeah.
Yes, they can.
I'm looking at these 2 archers. Like, oh.
No. Those 2
Doesn't make
can't.
sense.
This guy is shooting at that. That's shooting
Yeah,
at
that's
you. This one's shooting at the black dragon that's just appeared. This one's shooting at Rook. All right, so Bern, that is a 24 to hit you.
That doesn't beat
That doesn't.
it. Does.
Does. I was like, doesn't? Are you sure?
Yes, I am very sure,
Yeah,
Chris.
and then that's a 13 to hit. So only one of them hits you. You take. And what about the rest? Oh, you're immune to poison damage. No point rolling that. Ah, darn it. All right. That is 12 points of piercing damage as the arrow strikes you. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw for your concentration. DC is 10. Usual stuff.
I pass.
You're fine. The 2 versus Queglod. They are both the same roll. That is a 19 on both of them.
Oh, you absolute bastards.
They both hit.
Yeah,
The 2
18
versus
actually.
the young black dragon. No.
Did I hear Ancient Black Dragon?
Nope, I said young black dragon. You heard nothing.
Ancient-
and Rook, that
Ancient
is
Black
also
Dragon.
a no. Okay, so
He said it. It's true.
no. Shut up. Don't make me do.
Oh, if we
Don't
had
make
an
me do
ancient black
damage
dragon.
to Gavin of the Gate.
No!
I'm
Not
okay
Gavin
with
of the Gate!
this. I'm okay with this.
All right,
Everyone tries
Queglods.
to flee the battle.
Queglods. Those 2 hit. You said.
Yeah, 18 is it.
So you take. Okay. That is a total of. 7 is 20 points of piercing damage and 14 points of poison. As the 2 arrows sink in, kind of hissing as they strike against the surface of your skin and grazing as you watch as the outward skin begins to slowly creep back as the poison sets in. It's not going to hurt or do
Ow,
persistent
but not-
damage, but it does do an initial sting. Okay. The other 2 miss their shots as arrows go whizzing across the battlefield, missing the dragon that's parrying them out of the air. Rook.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess all I'm gonna do is what I can do, and that is just go for the Prince of King.
King of Blood.
Go for Prey Boy. I'm gonna
Okay.
take my 3 swings in,
Go ahead.
and alright, yeah, no disadvantage, because
No disadvantage because I can't take reactions.
screw you, you idiot. Wow.
You dangus.
Miss, crit,
Oh, one's
and...
up.
What's that
That's
plus?
26.
26 hits.
26. I was like 7 or 6.
Yes, 26. So 1 crit, 1 hit.
Cool.
So you have
Excellent.
the
Oh,
dice for
bugger, I was
that.
meant to take the potion before my action. Never mind. I'll do it after my action.
I mean, it means you can make an extra bonus action attack. Because you crit.
Alright, yeah, fair.
So you can do that instead.
Yes.
Yep,
What's
the
that? Alright,
3d12
yep.
plus the d6 because of the crit.
Yep, my brain just had a.
You
Wow.
can re-roll those 2 ones. Well, 13 plus 20.
20, yeah.
33 points of damage.
Cool, excellent. And I will take my last attack then.
Go ahead. Oh,
Oh,
misses.
Never
Okay.
mind.
You keep taking swings, going in for 2 of them. You hit against him, one digging deep and landing a good strike against him. As you go in for the other 2 swings, he predicts each of them, raising his claws and striking against them. As he is going to use his last legendary action to make a claw attack against you. That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, he actually gets to do damage. Hooray! Finally, the boss does something. Alright. Some of this will be necrotic damage, so if you've got any resistances, then we'll need to know them.
No.
That is 23 points of slashing damage, followed by 12 points of necrotic damage.
Negative 12. Okay. Nice.
Okay. That is his last legendary action for now. Okay. End of your turn. Here's the Queen's turn. She starts her turn there. She makes a con save. She fails. Roll damage.
Oh goodness.
Remember, we're supposed to not be killing her.
She's just there.
What's the damage?
21.
Okay. She's still looking alright.
Does she look bloodied?
Not yet.
Okay.
She is going
Oh
to...
no, she's the buff wife in this situation.
She is going to move half of her movement to leave the area.
I would like to.
No.
I would like to take an attack of opportunity, please.
With your mouth or bite
With
attack?
my tail.
Oh, your
my-
tail.
my-
Right.
My tail is 10 feet.
Go ahead and make an attack of opportunity. Her AC is 2 lower. Well, that's okay. What's your add? What's your add?
I don't remember exactly what it is with mine. Normally it's +7, so I believe it's like +9.
It's +7. You get a plus equal. What's the strength of the dragon?
The strength is 4.
So that means that you would get an
Plus
additional
4.
+2, so it'll be a +9. That is a 13. That just hits versus her AC with slow.
Alright, what's my
She is
damage
not.
with the
She is
tail?
not well armored, and she is slow. As you note, she only moves 5 feet on her turn, despite with the half movement. Go ahead and roll damage.
On my fucking wedding day? You
Oh,
son
no,
of a bitch.
it is a bite.
Oh, it is a bite. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
go
the
ahead and roll the
bite.
damage.
Yeah, I don't actually have a tail attack.
Okay.
What's my...
Tail
okay.
is
Oh my
large.
god. Dragons don't have tails.
2d10 and 1d...
They don't till they get older.
I need this.
They're like reverse tadpoles.
Plus 2d10?
2d10, 1d8.
Fair enough.
The 1d8 is acid damage.
Okay. So the acid damage does half versus her. She is resistant to acid, so she is a Terratan.
And then 4 total.
4
Fair
plus 3.
4 plus 4. 8.
4 plus 4, 8. Okay, so 8 points of damage. Okay. As you bite into her, your mouth otherwise grabs around a portion of her and tears away. As she otherwise takes a step. Back. She can't take reactions. All right. She is going to. try it. She's going to attempt to cast Dispel Magic on the Blind Butcher. Queglod, you don't have counterspell, do you?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
Or I'd have blocked the Force Cage and the alternate reality.
Okay, now, that is a roll of a 19. Now, I need to check, was it higher than an 11 and it affects instantly, or does it take a full round to take effect?
No, if it's 11 or higher, it doesn't take effect.
Okay, so she is now concentrating on the Dispel Magic effect, which will, if she makes the save, it will proc instantly because the spell effect ends. So, Wisdom saving throw. What is her added to this? It's not bad. Does she have advantage? No. That is a 20 total. That's your DC, correct? Bern?
20
Should be.
20 is your DC. So the slow ends on her, Dispel Magic immediately goes through, Blind Butcher is no longer slowed.
Wait, is that how?
Because the slow effect will persist, and it triggers at the beginning of her next turn. But the slow effect ends as a result, so therefore her spell goes through.
It ends at the end of her turn, right?
Yeah.
So he should still be concentrating on the other thing, no?
Well, no, because the spell would, because it goes, the spell effect is basically it takes a turn to act, provided that she's slowed, because she's still casting the spell. That's how I've always interpreted it.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know.
I mean, he can't take his reactions anyway because he didn't get them, but just means he's not slowed at the beginning of his turn.
Okay, that. It just seems weird how that would work.
Yeah, it's basically if they continue to fail, it means that they're concentrating on the spell and it's really damning for them. But if they make the save, then they get to.
Yeah,
cast
I
the
just feel like
spell.
if they failed and the spell ends at the end of that turn, they should still have it. But it's fine.
Okay.
I don't know how it works.
Elsyan, with your passive perception, you hear clawing behind you as you look over the edge. You see these things returning. They're rushing back up and otherwise climbing up the portion of this. They're maybe a turn or two away.
Okay, noted.
Plaguelord's turn. Plaguelord is going to otherwise step up, and he is going to otherwise like place his hand on her shoulder, and otherwise kind of begin to shield her. That is the Plaguelord's turn. Cornelius Salt.
Yes, Mr. Cornelius.
Is going to attempt to cast a spell.
Is he gonna take damage from being within this area?
Oh, that's right. No. Well, he will still take damage, but that's a 30 on his save. No, hold on. No, that's Nagriel's stat block.
I will say.
It's a 32.
I will say. It's when it ends its turn. So.
Oh, fair enough. Well, if he ends his turn there, which he probably will, because he can't move very far given his size, and Nagriel, he's currently preoccupied by his Sentinel. So yeah, well, he takes the damage at the end of his turn. Yeah. All right, I'll just do the damage now for the sake of it, because he took half. All right, he is going to.
Now.
Yeah, he is going to attempt to cast his spell. Actually, it's not a spell; it's just an action.
Here comes the summoning.
Yeah, here comes the summoning. It's just an action because of variant rules. It's not even a spell. Alright. Time to roll on my table.
What do you get?
Hey! Now I need to roll 2 more dice.
Please just be imps.
Alright. I had these tiles specially built for this. Where are they? Where are you guys?
No.
Well, at least we know it's not another pit fiend.
Don't we?
No, they can't summon other
Oh, they're barbed fucking devils.
You watch as he reaches out his hand and in slow motion, as he says these words, you watch as this portal tears open. You watch as this pile of spikes falls out from the portal below, and you watch as it unravels itself as these 5 barbed devils kind of pull themselves up. So they're going to
step out of it.
He just said the infernal or abyssal equivalent of "Hey everyone, get in here!"
Right, I need to check where they go on the initiative order. They rolled the same initiative as him. Okay, what's their dex? Is it higher than his? I got 4 creatures. I got 4 creatures with 11 initiative. This is terrible. No, they won't take actions for their first turn, but if they're if they would take them immediately, because they should technically go at the end of his turn. They have a higher dex, so they will go up before him in the initiative order, but they will get their turn next time. They just skip this turn. Alright. They all spawn in, he takes the damage, and he's worse for wear. As you hear, does any of you speak Abyssal?
Did you already roll it, or do you want me to roll it?
Oh, I already rolled the damage. I didn't realize you were back.
Okay, I won't.
Does anybody here speak Abyssal? Can't remember. I think Infernal does. But...
I speak deep speech.
I took a course in college, but it wasn't really for me.
Is it Infernal or Abyssal for devils?
Devil's Infernal.
Okay, so whoever speaks Infernal, you hear him say, "What's going on, boss? The fuck's happening to you?"
Who's that? The
one of the Barb Devils just says out loud to him, and his reply is extremely slow. What?
I mean, Barb Devils aren't necessarily particularly friendly.
Malcolm's replies back. He said, "Get him."
He said, "Get him."
Yeah, he said, "Get him."
Alright, so with them entering the initiative order there, Sasha, it is your turn. You are grappled in place by the terrain.
Is there a way for me to attempt to get out of that?
If you wish to spend your action to break the grapple, you can. Alternatively, it will end at the beginning of the lair action's turn.
Right, so can I see these barbed fuckers over here?
Yep, you just saw them spawn and fall into a blob on the ground.
Okay, but okay, so I can
I'd
see
say
all
you
of them
can
and
see
I can see
the first blue one and the first green one. You can't see these three at the back.
Alright, That is a question. I'm just trying to think what to do.
After Sasha will be King of Blood, followed by Queglod and Bern. Infernal has disappeared though, so.
Not Doctor Infernal.
I'm surely I can see these two. Can I at least
see
can I not
these
at
two?
least see this one?
No, because of the angle, it's looking up the stairs to see this one, and it's an angle so you can just about see this one because he's close enough to the edge.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
God damn, I hate grapple. I am going to be very annoying, and I am going to.
Whoops.
It's fine. It's only a Barb Devil.
I can't do that. Shit.
Yeah, no.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to be incredibly boring. I'm going to be casting Sacred Flame.
On
Big Boy Pit Fiend, actually.
Alright. What save is that?
Well.
Wisdom? Or is it Dex? Dex.
It is a Dex save, which I presume he has to have disadvantage on now.
He takes a -2, I believe, because of slow.
That's to his AC.
-2 penalty to AC and Dexterity saving throws. Yep,
Oh, okay.
-2. Which means that is he has advantage because of magic resistance, because he's a fiend. That is a 20.
Okay, he does succeed, which means that does fuck all. And then I use my bonus action to. I'm just gonna vibrate this, just to annoy him.
Alright, he gets mildly miffed.
What? It's not like I can do anything. I can't see
That's
anything else.
Alright.
I'm so stuck here.
King of Blood's turn. Shield comes back. Doesn't matter if he fails to succeed the save, the shield dissipates.
Bye, shield.
Goodbye, shield indeed.
Goodbye, Mr. Shield.
Gets his legendary actions back. It's been fun playing Rook, but it's time to go. Blind Butcher, Skin Scribe, finish them off. As he's going to
no!
As he's going to move over here, and he is going to
Does he
cast
proc
Plane
Indomitable?
Shift.
Not Dominable.
Sentinel?
Sentinel. Yeah.
He does.
Okay.
Go ahead and make me an opportunity attack
It's
against
fine. It's fine.
Come on, Rook.
You can do it.
If I've ever wanted a
Oh.
No.
Oh.
22.
You otherwise You otherwise go for a swing, the axe carving in his place. As he moves backwards, he reaches out, grabs the hand of the Empress, and as he reaches out his hand, he casts Plane Shift. You
I
watch as
can't see them, can I?
You can't see them, no, nor can Bern. As the magic coalesces around his hand, you watch. As taking his reaction, the Plague Lord is going to use the push action to shove the Queen of the Taratan elsewhere.
Yes.
As the plane shift goes off, he looks over, seeing the Plague Lord's betrayal. As his face goes from a smug look to a "What have you done?" To which you hear a speaking back, "You're not getting away with this, brother." As his plane shift fails, as he does not take the Queen with him. That is his action.
Oh no, Plaguey!
The command has still been given. He used his bonus action already to command the Blind Butcher and the Skin Scribe to finish them off.
This is bad.
Okay.
This is pretty bad.
Queglod, it's your turn. You watch this transpire. The Plague Lord has now revealed his betrayal.
Right. So we have to do this as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We didn't. King of Blood doesn't have any resistances. Well, he has resistance. Does he have any immunities? Do we know? I can't.
That we know.
Fire and poison, probably, because
Fine.
You have
Immune or
some
resistant fire.
you have some assumptions. You don't know. You've never tried certain magics
he
against
may
him.
be immune to hematurgy.
The closest you know
In
is
general.
that when it comes to necrotic damage, you know that he hasn't taken as much necrotic damage previously, but he does still take it.
Okay. Right. That's fine. That being the case, it's still my highest damaging spell, even with resistance. So Finger of Death.
Okay.
I think he's high enough that this won't immediately kill him.
Okay. The order given
think.
was to finish them off. Skin Scribe isn't going to counterspell. The Queen of the Taratan is going to attempt to. Using
All right, Queenie, what you got?
She has to roll for this. What is her mod for this?
She does indeed.
Okay, +5. That is an 8. That won't cut it. She reaches out using her counterspell, using one of her spell slots as her counterspell reaches up to strike against your Finger of Death. It fails. The dark magic reaches out, striking against the surface of the King of Blood. Go ahead and roll damage. What save is it?
It is, I believe, dexterity. I'll double check.
Dexterity.
Con. Apparently, I have written down.
Con. Okay, that's a worse stat for him.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy,
That is-
advantage not doing work. That's an 11. Ooh.
That is
Get
going to
Figure
fail.
of Death.
Alright, that is 78.
Go ahead and roll damage. 30 damage.
Alright.
Halved to 15 because of his
Sorry, no,
resistance
that's
to
78
necrotic.
plus 30. So
Oh.
60 half to
So
30.
60
30.
halved to 30, so I'll just do another 15 points of damage then, because I've already applied that.
Okay.
Okay. Good damage. As you cast out the Finger of Death, you watch as this kind of dark black energy stretches out from Queglod's finger as it otherwise reaches forward, striking through the counterspell with almost these white porcelain or ivory flecks as it strikes against the surface of the print against the King of Blood. Felipe?
Felipe, how's he looking at this time?
It's hard to tell. He got back up and he looked like he was in still a rough condition, and he's looking like he's just been hit by a bit. He's not looking terribly rough, but he's still looking quite bad. It's hard to tell with his regeneration proccing at the beginning of each turn.
I'd risk it, personally.
That's what Bern did and almost killed him.
I've got a rough idea of how much health he's got, but that's a bit metry, so...
Okay,
No,
yeah.
no,
Worst
that's-
case scenario.
that's-
scenario.
No, keep track of it. Tell us.
Keep track of
Okay,
it,
he
and
had
that's
150, 100 and... He had 102,
40
then gained the extra 40, so he had 140. I did 30 odd, then he's just done 30 odd, so he's got about 70, possibly 80. 70, 40, 30.
yeah. You know that he regenerates
60.
somewhat, so
Yeah, so he's probably got about 70-ish hit points.
okay.
Okay then. That being the case, that I can do a thing.
I hope I'm F good.
I hope so too.
Can I fly over and above?
Yeah.
30.
Okay.
Just have to
I
remember
wanna
that
be
the
quite low
queen's
to the
there.
ground.
Oh. 10 feet, 20 feet?
10 feet, I think.
Just above the...
Yeah,
The
just
Empress.
above the queen.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, and then... Need as much as possible, so... Bonus action Hex. This is also what I should have done, but I will. For Felipe.
Okay. Felipe is now concentrating on Hex. And what has he got disadvantage on? What checks?
Ability checks of one kind of my choice. That's going to be... Charisma.
Okay. Disadvantage on charisma checks.
I'm going for a read here. No idea if this will pay off. And then Eldritch Plume is just far enough away that he can do that without
Without
disadvantage.
disadvantage, yep. Go ahead.
Otherwise, I'd have placed him here to physically block off the queen.
Yep. So, go ahead and make me 3 attack rolls then, please.
Okay, that'll grab the d6s now.
Oh, yep.
Add out the one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What's the to hit plus?
To hit, it's quite good, but
Not good enough.
plus 14, so that's...
Nope, not
No,
quite.
yeah. It's even
As
better.
each of the plumes come forward, the King of Blood, expecting it this time, parries each of them away, infuriated by what's just happened. As he strikes each of the plumes out of the air, swinging and striking them, all of them miss. Felipe hovering above the queen here.
Okay, and then...
Anything else you'd like to do?
Can't move anywhere meaningfully now, but just setting up for this turn. Next turn, I'm going to move here.
Okay. Right, end of your turn. It would be Bern's, but Bern for some reason isn't here. He hasn't said why, he's just disappeared. So, and given that it's o'clock, I think this is a good time to stop, and we'll resume this next week. Seeing as Rook's
That
halfway
would
down the
actually work out
initiative
very
order.
well for me, yeah.
Yeah, works well here. So, this is part 1 of the finale. We'll be back for part 2 next week, when the party will otherwise continue their venture. After a close call with death and the King of Blood returning, before attempting to escape and failing to do so, thanks to the Plague Lord's allegiance with the party. That is where we will end tonight's session. So, thank you for watching, hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.